Okay, we are live at saying so. Yeah, like welcome everyone to the Time Warp podcast collaboration with the BD Core channel, MCU Soldiers, Child
Discord,
Soldiers,
Discord.
Hitler Youth. Like whatever you want to say. We're going to get started with this podcast, dude. So we're gonna go over the entire Champions League draw, which was today. So this is a totally new format for any new guests. That means basically there's an entire draw, and they drew the entire bracket up, so there's no more draws. Like everybody knows the pads, everybody knows everything, honestly.
Yep.
And we can see like who all the potential opponents are, and we're gonna break it down. So I think everybody is currently muted right now, so like what we're gonna do is this. So we're gonna do kind of a round robin. I'm going to let everybody have the floor and pretty much share their opinions on like what the draw is and what they think the outcome of this Champions League is going to be. Like who's going to go to the quarters, who's going to go to the semis, and what the final is going to be, and like what the upsets are going to be and everything. So the reason we're doing it that way is that I'm going to go first, then I guess Core, if you want to go next, you can go, and then everybody gets like the floor for just a brief amount of time. And the reason that I think we should do it this way is because we can get kind of a consensus of like things that we all agree on, and then we can also pick on some topics after everybody goes that there we find some disagreement with. So I'm trying to get a consensus here of like how everybody's feeling and like what everybody thinks of these different teams, because there seems to be a lot of differences in opinion in at least on Twitter. So we're gonna do that. All right, so like I'm gonna go first and discuss what the draw is, and then after everybody's gone, like we'll open the floor and just have like a open discussion, like open debate. And after that, we're gonna read the comments. So for those of you who wanna have your comments read, like you'll just have to wait until the end of the show, but we'll get to it. Okay, so I'm going to start actually by talking about the right hand side of the bracket. So I'll just give you guys like 10 minutes. I'll probably just give you my breakdown, and then I'll let you guys have the floor. And I mean, if you guys get off topic, then I'll moderate. But basically, like, yeah, everybody, each and every one is going to have the floor for a little bit to just talk about what they think of the Champions League draw. So I'm going to talk about the right hand side of the bracket. And I think this is the side that Barca's on. And everybody is really looking at Barca. But I think there's trap games here for everybody. So I think first off, Barca's gonna I think is gonna go through Benfica. I think Benfica is going to give them a little bit of trouble. The Dortmund Lille tie is very interesting actually, because I think Dortmund are one of these teams who I call like anytime teams. That means they're basically a team that can just lose at any time. And there's like I think several teams here. I think PSG is one. For obvious reasons, just given their history. I think Bayern Munich this season is one. Dortmund is definitely one of those teams that can just lose at any real given time to any opponent. Like you really don't know like what you're gonna get. So we'll see what happens there. But here's the one thing, like I know is gonna be like a point of contention, because I was like talking about this with Muntaha earlier, and he thinks Inter is gonna be the basically like the trap game for Barca essentially later in the competition. Like Inter is a team that a couple people are looking at. I actually think the trap game for Barca is going to be Lille, because I think Lille just play like a kind of football. They might just park the bus. They've already given Atleti and Real Madrid issues. So I think like this might be a very difficult game for Barca that many people don't see coming. And I actually think this might be the trap game for them. I think like they'll get through Benfica, but if Dortmund lose to Lille, that could potentially be interesting. I think for Bayern versus Bayer Leverkusen, this is like a game that I feel a lot of people are kind of discounting Bayern. I think like Leverkusen have the better manager. There's no question about that. They have the better tactics and seem to be like they seem to know what they're doing more so than Bayern. But at the end of the day, it's Champions League, so it's tactics, management, and the players you have. And I still think between the two teams, Bayern is probably a bit more talented. So I'll say this is like 55-45 actually. Like I think Bayern can actually win. This is a much better draw for them than Atleti actually. And Feyenoord versus Inter, I think you can't really underestimate Feyenoord. Like I think Feyenoord actually is going to be a difficult game for Inter. And, Inter is a team that like, many people aren't looking at because everybody looked at Barca, but I think this can be a trap game for Inter too. I don't think Feyenoord is going to be that easy. And as far as the left-hand side of the draw, this is the one that everybody's really going to be looking at. So, PSV versus Arsenal, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Club Brugge versus Aston Villa, and PSG versus Liverpool. So, I think with the whole Anfield tie and everything, I think like in the second leg, I think this is most likely. I'm leaning more towards Liverpool here. I think they're like the more experienced team. I don't really fully trust PSG. I think Aston Villa versus Brugge is going to be very difficult because I think Brugge can actually beat Aston Villa over two legs. So that can really go either way. Let's say Liverpool is the team that goes through. I think Aston Villa might be the one to give them more issues, but if it's Brugge, it looks to be a semifinal like for Liverpool as well. So they're definitely my pick to reach the semi. I think Arsenal PSV is an interesting one to talk about actually because I don't think either of these teams are winning the competition. But I think like sometimes you can't really fully trust Arsenal here, so maybe they'll lose, but most likely they are going to go through. Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid is the most interesting tie, and I think Mutala really is going to go deep into this one. But what I'll say is this. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Atleti. So Atleti have one advantage, which is that the second leg is in the Wanda. And what that means essentially is that they like might have some kind of a chance here. So if Atletico Madrid do what they've never done before, which is beat Real Madrid in the Champions League, I think it would just give them a lot of confidence, and I think they might just get like better and better as the tournament goes on. So let's say like they have to face Arsenal. I think beating Madrid is going to give them confidence to face Arsenal and then face Liverpool. I'll let like the rest of the guests like basically break that down if that's like what everybody else is feeling might be the semi. And if it's Real Madrid, I think for Real Madrid, it's as a Madrid fan, like I would much rather face Arsenal because I think Arsenal is like a tougher challenge. I think Madrid right now is not ready to face Barca and Liverpool, and I think if there's like an escalation and Madrid faces better and better teams with each successive round, Madrid will get better. So first Man City, now Atleti is going to be a harder test, and then I think Arsenal is potentially the hardest test for Madrid on the horizon if we can get past Atleti. So I think basically like if we can beat Arsenal, then I think potentially we can talk about like another back-to-back final. So the Clasico final is what everybody wants. For me, as long as Barca don't trip up like in one tie, or like I don't think there's more than one trap game for them on that side of the bracket. Like if they can just make it through that one trap game, nobody's really has a consensus on what the trap game is. But if they can make it past that trap game, I think they're in the final. The left side is much more tricky. So yeah, so like Core, do you want to break it down, or like do you want to go to Mutala?
Montai, you want to speak first, or how do you want it to be? Or okay, all right. I guess I'll just speak and then I'll let Montai. Mine will be really quick. Obviously, honestly, this is how I feel about the whole draw. I said it on my post. I think that Real Madrid deserve an easier draw than what they got. I think that yes, Atletico will make it a difficult game for them, yes. But I just feel like after the performance that they showed against Manchester City, in that, for me, how I see it, the two teams who are for Champions League and contenders for, I do think that Manchester City could have didn't beat them, so I think Real Madrid has a chance to do something. I am also of the opinion that I do think that with the draws that just came out, I don't know what it is, but I feel like UEFA is just trying to get money off of these games. I don't know about all of you guys, but a lot of these games that I'm seeing right now are not really games that I can say like I still feel like we all know who's gonna win. You understand? And I just feel like the Super League would have been much better because again, what I see is that Real Madrid want to be challenged. They actually want to be, for Bayern, I'm going to be honest, guys, we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere, guys. I'm going to be honest, we're not going anywhere because we have struggled with Leverkusen for the past 4 games ever since Xabi Alonso became coach. I don't see how we get out of the Bayern Arena. Very difficult place to play in the second leg. And another thing too is the only way I see us get going through is we need to really have a blowout score in the Allianz Arena in order to go through. Or else I think this game possibly might be a 1-0 Leverkusen. I think Leverkusen could get a 0-0 at the Allianz and then come back home and get a 1-goal lead and actually go through. For Barca Benfica, I do think that with Benfica, this is actually a blessing in disguise because I think Benfica can expose them. I really do think Benfica can expose them because Barca, again, I'm looking at the way they play. Those offside traps we see in La Liga where it's just in the Champions League, you're gonna get found out. You're really gonna get found out. We saw Manchester City trying to play a high defensive line and get exposed by Mbappe 3 or 2 days ago. So I'm just not confident with Barca. And the Inter, I think Inter they're one of the favorites. The PSG Liverpool one. Now, I'm gonna be honest, right? Um, I think Liverpool's end of the road will be the semifinals. They will beat PSG. No, that's no question about it. They will beat PSG. But I would not be surprised if Luis Enrique has a
Can you guys hear me?
shocker. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Hello?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. No, I was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
testing
exactly.
my mic. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm about to finish up one time and I'll let you go. So PSG Liverpool, honestly, I think Luis Enrique in one-off games is a really good manager. I think people are really doubting PSG in this game, and this is not the right feel because I've seen times where Liverpool has gotten exposed, i.e. against Nottingham Forest and i.e. against Aston Villa on in the midweek. They are not that strong. I really do think that PSG can do something in this game, and I think they have the squad and the depth to compete with Liverpool because Liverpool's depth isn't really that good. So for me, I'll take PSG. Austin Villa, Club Brugge, um, that's a 50-50. That's a 50-50. Yeah, that's a 50-50. Yeah, and the Dortmund Lille, bro, I don't care about that game. I really don't care about that game. I don't think Dortmund's gonna go far. I think Lille is gonna beat them, but I think if Lille beats them, I agree with Nish. I think Lille beats Barca. If Barca go through, Lille will definitely beat Barca. But yeah, all in all, I just feel like Real Madrid is guaranteed to win this
Lille.
game. Yeah, Real Madrid is guaranteed to win the trophy. So
No,
yeah,
no, no,
that's what I
no.
say.
Relax.
Who's going next?
You go, bro. No problem.
All right. So I'm going to start off with the right side of the bracket. I'm going to start off with my team actually. Benfica, Barca. You see, the thing is, like, I see a lot of Barcelona fans like happy, celebrating, but at the end of the day, these guys scored 4 goals against us. That's a problem. So it's not going to be as easy as Barcelona fans think it is. I am happy that the second leg is at home. So I do think we'll finish the job there, but it's not going to be easy. Like, it's not going to be an easy round of 16 game. And as for Lille versus Dortmund, which is our potential opponent, I actually prefer to play Dortmund because Lille, I've seen them in the big games this season. They've beaten Real Madrid. They've beaten Atletico Madrid. And I saw the game at Anfield, and they caused Liverpool a lot of issues. So this is actually a tricky team. But Dortmund actually in the Champions League is a very difficult team. Like, I think people are kind of sleeping on them. Their league form and their Champions League form is two completely different things, bro. Like, they're actually really good in the Champions League. But I think Lille is probably going to go through because the second leg is in France. So as for the other game, Bayern Munich versus Leverkusen, I feel like people are underestimating Bayern here and overrating Leverkusen because Leverkusen they're nothing in the Champions League, bro. Like they haven't done anything, they haven't achieved anything. So I feel like people are disrespecting the history of Bayern Munich, and both of the games this season in the Bundesliga have finished in draws, so they haven't actually beaten Bayern. So I'm actually gonna say Bayern is gonna win because of heritage, and I feel like Dortmund won't be able to kill them off. Feyenoord Inter's gonna win easy. Probably the easiest game of the tie, to be honest. Probably the most predictable one. Now to the left hand side, Liverpool PSG. I think there's gonna be an upset here. I think PSG is gonna win. I think they're gonna win the first leg in France, and I think they're gonna draw at Anfield because Liverpool have horrible attackers apart from Salah. But I don't think he's gonna be enough to knock out PSG. So Madrid derby. This is an interesting one. If Madrid wins the first leg, I think Madrid is going through. But if it's a draw or somehow a loss, I think Atletico is going to go through because Real Madrid has a very bad record at the Wanda. They were very. I don't remember the last time they even won at the Wanda Metropolitano. So I think it all depends on the first leg. If Madrid wins, Madrid goes through. If they draw or lose, I think Atletico Madrid goes through. So the other game, let me see what the other game is. Arsenal PSV. PSV is gonna make the first leg difficult, but Arsenal is gonna go through because the second leg is at the Emirates, and I know PSV like they're not that good, honestly. Like I think Juve made them look better than they actually are. So I think Arsenal is going through, and Club Brugge, Aston Villa. This is a closer game than I think people give it credit for. I think for me, it's actually 50-50. But I think Villa is going to go through in the end because I do think Emery is really good in knockout competitions. So I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah. Who's going to go next?
I think Mata should go because
Yeah,
actually he
yeah,
was supposed to go after core. So yeah, unmute Bozo.
yeah. So, shut the fuck up, bro. So, I hope like we can cuss a little bit, like not that much, right? So I'm hoping this not that much, right? So with regards to this Champions League draw, like I'll start with my team first, right? We all knew it, right? Come on, man. This shit is rigged. Like, let's be honest. Rigged in terms of not I'm just making like one club is paying the wages. Like, I'm sorry, like, rigging to make the draw more favorable. No, no, no. I'm saying in terms of rig, UEFA has like, agenda. 100%, 100%. They have agenda. And when I see it now, like, come on, round of 16. Okay, yeah. First of all, it's Madrid fault. Like you guys didn't qualify for top eight. So keep that thing in the mind. So for punishment for not making top eight was Man City. Absolutely good, right? Like deserving in my opinion, right? Because you faced Man City anyways. No, you should not face like Celtic, which Bayern got it. Okay, you're the biggest club. You call yourself champions. This, right? You're defending champion. Come on, that's a punishment for you. Absolutely, 100%. We deserve that punishment. Second, right? I was expecting Atleti, and I discussed with some of the guys on the panelists here, like, off live discussion, that like 100% we're gonna get Atleti. There is no way. UEFA wants to milk the best out of it in every situation. So they cannot make it extremely obvious. But what they did is that by giving us Atleti, oh no, you know what? Like, you didn't make top eight, so you can buy the reasoning for not making, let's say, like top eight. So you face difficult opponent. Fine, granted, right? How about Liverpool? Liverpool finished first part in Champions League. That's like first, like 8 games. Like I think they won 7 games and drew just one game, or maybe just lost. Can't remember exactly the last game. What happened with Liverpool? Yeah, I know they lost the last game. Yeah. So they won 7 games and still they finished top of the league phase, and they ended up playing PSG, which is like 22nd, 23rd team, I guess, so in Champions League they finished. But still, it's a PSG. Still, it's like one of the biggest giant in European football, right? It's not a small club. So how this thing match up? Like this thing matters now. Like new UCL format. Now we can see. Now we can see that. Look. There's this kind of this format is not the full like there's a lot of patchwork needs to be done. Ultimately, that's what I'm trying to say. So for me, UEFA either it's UEFA thing because what kind of format is that where team finish first, they are facing the most informed team in Europe right now. Like that's madness. Maybe yeah, it's discussion for some other day. Like okay, what if PSG lose this and that? Like they have bottling genes, but overall, if you see right now, Liverpool the first spot contender, like the favorites for UCL which they finished first, they're facing the best team in Europe in form right now. Like that doesn't make sense to me. Like from a sporting point of view and how this format was. Anyways, so with regards to Madrid, I said it clearly, right? The team who can clearly stop us winning UCL is Atletico Madrid. And the reason I think that Jalen explained it very well, that second leg is at Wanda Metropolitano. Yes, we are the only team in European football right now who doesn't rely on home and away that much in terms of the way we win the games. Like our record against Man City at what do you call it? Etihad was bad too. So somehow we managed to like get a draw and then beat them and then goes through. So can we do it with Atleti? Yes, but is it as difficult as Man City, what we did them to last season? Yes. So in my opinion, like there's two options for us, like to win. If we want to go through against Atleti, definitely we're not gonna win the second leg. So either we have to win the second leg comfortably, like 3-1 or something like that, or 2-1, 2-0 having some kind of advantage. We have to go in second leg with some kind of advantage. And we are missing Jude Bellingham. It could be blessing in disguise. But that's like tactical setup we can discuss later on in this podcast. So overall, what I see is that we have to beat Atletico Madrid in the first leg in order to qualify for quarterfinals. Liverpool versus PSG, I want to touch on that. I think this is the most interesting tie of the draw, in my opinion. Because now, like, who has more pressure of winning UCL? PSG or Liverpool? I think just Liverpool. Like, because anyways, they're dropping points right now in Premier League, which is like unexpected, like from club like Liverpool to drop points here and there, and they have series of tough games. Sunday, I guess, so they're playing Man City, which they will give their best to make sure like Liverpool drop at least two more points. And then they have to play Arsenal. I'm assuming Arsenal is winning a couple of games. So in Premier League, it's like a really tight race for Liverpool. So how it's gonna be Champions League? Will they gonna give up on PSG? Let's say if Liverpool lose to PSG, you lost to PSG. People will say that people will not see them like as a European favorites because of the past history, like in recent years. But I mean, it's a very tough game for PSG, how much of a big test it is? Let's say if I'm a PSG fan and we are successful to beat Liverpool, I'm afraid of no one. I'm afraid of no one. Bring on Madrid, bring on Barca, bring on this, bring on that, bring on Inter. I'm not afraid of anyone. Like if I beat Liverpool and this top of the second leg is on Anfield. So if I go on Anfield and beat this, like, this well-structured, organized team like Liverpool, I ain't afraid of anyone. Like, I'll fancy my chances to win Champions League. Bayern is not there. Barcelona is like very young team. Madrid is like have their own issues. Let's say even if like yeah, that's the only tricky part for PSG in my opinion. I don't think so. They're afraid of anyone. Maybe Atleti because Atleti is like a very very dodgy team, to play against. So that's the different side. Like now Barcelona, low key, I'll say that they're fortunate to get like lesser degree of difficulty opponents like in terms of till semi-final because we are assuming Inter will make it semis. That's roughly assumption. Nothing concrete yet, of course, but like it's just sort of assumption, right? Just based on the face value of the team. So Barca, based on face value, they should come past like what do you call Benfica. But as we seen the football, the Benfica played. I think they went to Montjuic and they played extremely good football. They were 2-0 up, I guess so, in the first half, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct, Jaden?
Okay,
Hello?
so I'm gonna bring him back actually for a sec, yeah, because he's backstage. But okay,
I can't remember exactly. I think they were 2-0 up.
Sorry, has someone else joined after
Yeah,
me?
sorry. What game?
Uh, Barca, Benfica first half in the group stage. I mean the league
Oh,
group
the
phase,
one at
sorry.
okay, yeah, the
I
one at their
joined.
stadium. It was
Yeah.
actually 3-1. We were 3-1 down. Um,
3-1 down, yeah.
the,
3-1 down.
yeah.
Yep. So that was like I mean, like the way game was going on, it was like okay, Benfica could be 4-1 up, But Barca like under Hansi Flick, they're very clutch. And I've said time and time and time again, the best thing like the team in Europe who can time their run perfectly. No other team can time their run perfectly other than Barca. And like this is the biggest weapon Barca holds. It's not highline. It's not like those Xabi Iniesta days of creativity. No, no, no. It's about timing their runs. Lewandowski is the slowest striker in the La Liga, but the way he times his runs, because he has footy IQ. I mean, he scores all the goals. Like, he's top scorer in La Liga. He's like one of the top scorers, I think, in Champions League, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, man, Barca looks favorites, but it's not gonna be easy. And Inter, look for me, it's Feyenoord, right? They're playing. Inter is playing, if I'm not mistaken. Is
yeah,
that
it's
true?
fine there.
Yeah, it's difficult, man, because like i- for me, Inter, like if you see the mismatch for Inter is like that kind of Feyenoord team. Like last season, Atleti, yeah, I understand because Feyenoord is like, it's not Atleti. Like they will come out of the shell and try to beat you. And Loki, that's like a mismatch for Inter in terms of let's say, I mean, so good matchup, not mismatch, good matchup for Inter to beat a team like Feyenoord. PSV, PSV Eindhoven and it was Arsenal, right? Yeah, this is 50-50 game. This is 50, really 50-50% game. In my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if PSV win. So that's my sense on this game. I mean this round of 16 draw.
Okay, yeah. So like already the couple things that like I want to note. So first off, already the some areas of controversy are the Liverpool PSG. Just like where
Wait,
Barca.
the Mudaha speak on Bayern Munich in the.
Oh
Do you
no
want to
no
touch on that?
I like for me Leverkusen Bayern. I'll just quickly say it. Who's playing second leg? Where?
It's in
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, they made it top eight, right? They're slight favorites. They're slight favorites. Like
Yeah.
I would because Leverkusen they don't have experience. They're a very young team. It's like you cannot trust Leverkusen. It's, like for me, they are German Atlanta to some extent. To some extent, not the exact playing style, but I cannot put my money on them. Bayern is like well-rounded, experienced team, and I think so. Bayern can beat them. Bayern can beat them. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So okay. So already just a couple things before we move on to okay. Who wants to talk first between undisputed and juvenile? First
Yeah,
off.
I'll go
yo.
last. I'll go last.
Okay, like yeah, okay. So juvenile, so it's gonna be undisputed, juvenile, and then yo-yo. Okay, so then second thing is already some points of controversy is like Liverpool, PSG, the Madrid derby, and then like where Barca is going to finish. Like, are they going to get upset in the quarters? Because that's a stage where like we've seen them get losing in recent years, and then or are they going to reach the final and like again like who's the toughest matchup, like where how far is Inter going to go? So these are like the four things that already I'm seeing disagreement on. And then for the new speakers like Yo-Yo, Undisputed, like who are joining, so what we're doing is I'm giving each and every person the floor to just discuss their opinion of the draw, what ties stand out to you, who's going to win, where the upset's going to come from, and then like who's going to move on to the quarters, the semis, and potentially the final. You can discuss all of that once I give you the floor, and then after that, we're going to like discuss some of the controversial topics and like debate and like have more of like an open hangout style discussion. Okay, so yeah, so let's move on to undisputed and like yeah, just give your breakdown of the draw, where the upset's going to come from, which side of the bracket are you looking at, what are the results of the big ties, and who's going to go on to the quarters and the semis.
Oh man, guys. Am I clear? Am I clear and obvious?
Yeah, I can
No,
hear you.
no, no, I can't hear you.
Muntaha, man. I'm just so tired of traveling. Anyway, I think the two ties that really stand out, you know, what people
That's
have
why
said
it's
it.
always book first class, never economy.
Okay, and you're talking to a peasant, man, not a rich man like Muntaha. Like you shouldn't be, you should not be talking like this. First of all, Madrid, Atletico, and PSG, Liverpool. First of all, why the hell are we getting this horrendously difficult route to the final when we literally finished top? This is a miserable route for Liverpool, man. I'm like, this is actively making me angry. Like looking at this and looking what Barca got, and looking what we could have got for, I don't know, for some strange reason, the reason we did not get. I thought the entire point of the playoffs was to determine by position so that the randomness of the draw like kind of disappears, but it really hasn't, like at all. I look at Atletico Real Madrid, right, and I feel if Madrid are not going to win this Champions League, this is the kind of tie they would lose. Because when you look at Madrid historically, when they were on a losing run in the Champions League and they were like on a 10-12 year losing run, it's not like they were losing finals. No. They were just getting knocked out very early, specifically in the round of 16. There was a 6-7 year period, like before Mourinho, where they were getting knocked out in the round of 16. So, like, obviously, you guys are way better now than they are then. But the point I'm making is that if you're not going to win the Champions League, the most common phase for Madrid to get knocked out is actually the round of 16. Then it's the semi-final. So, you guys have played twice, you've drawn twice. And I think Atletico's really going to be up for it, but I just think Madrid has the mental edge on Atletico in this Champions League. I don't think Atletico's ever knocked Madrid out of a UCL as well. So I think it's going to be another ugly game, close game, but somehow you guys' superior quality will come through in the end. Unless like Atletico make it very, very dirty and personal, which I could see them doing as well. I think there's a real chance there's a real chance that Liverpool could get knocked out by PSG as well. Um, we are so dead on our legs right now. We've played God knows how many. Every time you make, by the way, every time in England you make the League Cup final, you're just dead on your legs by February because of the amount of games you've played. That's what we're seeing right now. We can bear Gravenberg, McAllister. You know, these guys can barely move, and we have too many unreliable players. So I could honestly see PSG beating us as well. And they're going to be fully focused on the UCL because Liga is wrapped up as usual.
And just wait, can I
And
ask you a quick question? Can I ask you a
yo,
quick
go
question?
ahead, go
If
ahead.
you want one. Right. How we can trust PSG? Which big team other than Man City they have beaten this season?
The thing with PSG is that they rarely actually beat big teams, like ever. And this has been a thing for a long time now, right? Especially in knockout stages. But I have this weird feeling this PSG is different. I don't know why. I think it's partially PSG struggles like in the big games, often during the Neymar Mbappe era, right? It was because they were carrying too many certain types of forwards, star forwards, certain types of forwards, which meant that they were fragile defensively because they couldn't press properly. That was actually a big issue. And if you look at a lot of their like the comebacks that they like were on the receiving end of, like the Benzema hat trick in 2022, when PSG was dominant for 3 out of 4 halves and lost, was because they just don't press. They're too vulnerable, too open. But I don't know. I just think that this PSG side is better, man. Like the way they press, the way they play for each other, like the way they're just a more balanced team. Like even if they don't have the individuals like as much as some of the other ones. Um, but to be honest, I think football in general has moved on from individuals, so I don't necessarily think PSG is any weaker relative to the rest. Like I think I just have a different feeling about PSG, and I don't know why. But I always say this, and then they always get knocked out, so I might be wrong. I think when I look at the other side of the draw, right, I think Barcelona's in the semi. They'll be confident against Benfica, smashed them already. Borussia Dortmund won't do shit against Barcelona. Lille won't do shit against Barcelona. Barcelona is in the semi by all intents and purposes. Even last season, right? Like Barca didn't lose any game they shouldn't have lost in the Champions League. The game against PSG was 50-50. They were winning it until the red card. I don't see any like I think semis minimum for Barca already. And I do think the second half of the other than Barca, the second half of this draw is a lot weaker. Like even Inter Milan, right? Like let's be honest, like people rate them, but people rate them for drawing against Man City, which isn't really that impressive, even though City had Rodri back then. And in general, I think Italian football is massively like weak and generally overrated, and we've seen that. We've seen it with Atlanta, Milan, Juve. I I could see a situation where this mediocre Bayern team under company makes the semi-final against Barca, and it's like
And just for last season, how many Prem teams were in quarterfinal?
no one. But it's different, man. Prem, you can always count on Prem to be
How we can
strong.
use this analogy? Okay, like there's no Italian team, so Inter is I mean, I'm just asking you.
I think I don't see it, man. Like I don't see it in the time. Italian teams seem to struggle against PNP as well, which is another issue. Like I, I don't know. I don't see it personally. I think Madrid has a horrible route as well. Like we haven't talked about this enough, but the difficulty of Madrid's run is it's horrendous. Like I know you guys didn't do great in the group phase, which means like you kind of get punished for it, but still you have Atletico. Okay, you had Man City, which should have been difficult, but it wasn't because Man City is normally poor. Now you have Atletico. You're probably gonna have Arsenal, which is a very, very
Are you
difficult game as
sure? Are
well.
you sure? Are you
Yes,
sure?
yes,
Arsenal is
yes,
gonna be
yes.
there. Are you sure over
So
PSG?
let him have the floor. Let him have the floor.
Yeah, bro, trust me, Arsenal's gonna be there, and then you're gonna have like one of Liverpool or Paris, or maybe even Aston Villa. I could see that, but probably Liverpool or PSG. That's a horrible route to the final, man. Horrific draw. Like, I don't know. You guys have been screwed over royally here, the way I see it. Um, us as well. I don't even know what we did to deserve this, but us as well. And I think looking at this, I think Barcelona fans should be licking their lips in the second half of the season. They really should. The the Copa del Rey, this, the way the league has gone, like with Madrid dropping a bunch of points and Barca retaking the lead, I think I would be excited as a Barca fan in the second half of the season. That's my last point as well. Oh, and also I'd say that I think for Madrid specifically, like if for instance if they were against Bayern, I'd back them 100%. The thing is, some of these matchups are quite bad. Like Arsenal would be a bad matchup for Madrid, I feel. So I think that's also part of the reason to what makes this the Champions League draw so difficult for Madrid. But yeah, that's the last thing I'd say.
All right. So before I go on to Juvenile, so Juvenile, are we going to be seeing Parisian Island? Are we going to be seeing Parisian Island? Is he going to be saving the day again, just like he did in the 2020 final? And then give me your thoughts on the Champions League.
At the moment, I'm still, recovering from Wednesday evening.
Okay.
Wait, what happened?
Well, it was another disappointing evening in the Champions League for Juventus. We were let down, knocked out um, by the PSV super team. So yeah. So like I said, I'm still
Shameless.
I'm trying to recover, but I'll make a decision soon about the next games. Um, yeah. So now on to the draw. So I already know that it's gonna be an El Clasico final. So just to get that out of the way. Looking at the bracket, Barcelona, Benfica. Even though the last game was, I mean, Barca, they just edged it. I don't think it's gonna be the case this time. I think Barcelona should easily beat Benfica. The challenge for Barcelona will be the Lille. Lille this season, I don't know, but I
Wish
think they. Yeah, go ahead. Hello.
I think it was just a. I think it was just a like background
Yeah.
noise.
Now go. Go.
Okay. So Lille. I mean, Lille this season has been, one of the surprise packages. They beat Madrid, they beat Atleti, they drew to Juve. I mean, I know they lost to Liverpool, but still, it was not. I mean, I think they played pretty well this season. And if I'm not mistaken, the second leg, if Barca goes through, and so does Lille, Lille will be playing the second leg at home, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Yeah, they will.
yeah, so yeah, and I've been to that stadium this season, and yeah, it's gonna be really difficult um, for them. So that might be one of the challenges for Barca. But I still expect Barcelona to get through to the semifinal. Um, and then we have Bayern and Bayern Leverkusen. I don't know. People keep talking about like this is gonna be easy for Leverkusen. I don't think so. I think um, Bayern Munich will go through for this game. Um, and then we have Feyenoord, Inter Milan. This is another trap game. But it's also important. I don't think anyone mentioned this. Inter had the best defensive record in the league phase. I think they only conceded one goal, which was against Leverkusen actually. Um, but yeah, these Dutch teams, I don't know, man. It's pretty tricky to say. Um, so yeah, for me, it could be a trap for Inter, 50-50. Um, but I would still go for Inter to just about edge it to get to the to get to the quarterfinal. But yeah, so then it would be Inter versus Bayern, and then for me, this Bayern under company has not been very impressive this season. I watched the game against Celtic, and Celtic is a far inferior team to Inter, and they took Bayern totally to like till the 93rd minute. I don't think that company has enough to beat Inzaghi. So for me, the semifinal will be Barcelona Inter. Again, this is going to be very 50-50 for me. But I still think that Hansi Flick will get Barca to the final. So yeah, now moving on to the other bracket, we have PSV Arsenal. Uh, for me, PSV will go through. Uh, and it's not because they beat Juve. It's just the way I saw the way that they play. Um, I think if I'm not mistaken, they drew against Liverpool in the league phase, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, they're one of these boogie teams. Now what's the other one? Yeah, Real Madrid, Atletico. For me, um, even though the second leg it is Atleti Stadium, I still think that Real Madrid will beat. I mean, it's not gonna be easy game. Simeone will make it difficult, but for me, Real Madrid just has enough quality, especially in the Champions League with Mbappe, Vinicius, and Rodrigo to edge it, especially with Mbappe this season. So then we have who are the other teams? Bruges against Villa. For me, I think that Bruges will go through. Bruges has actually been one of the surprise team this season. Like, not a lot of people have been paying attention to them. Yeah, so I think they would go through. And then what's the last game? Someone can remind me. I'm trying to think.
I think I think you covered them all. Did you talk about Inter Feyenoord?
Oh, I forgot about PSG
Liverpool,
Liverpool. That's the one I didn't
Liverpool.
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really too impressed by PSG. Like, I don't really know why a lot of people are, hyping them up. Beating Brest 7-0 or 3, like, this is like not something that's impressive because this was Brest's first Champions League participation. Like, you expect PSG to beat them. For me, I don't know. I have not been convinced by PSG this season. Um, so for me, I mean, again, it's not gonna be like a easy, game for Liverpool, but I still think that Liverpool will make it through to the quarterfinal here. And then we'd have PSV Real Madrid. For me, yeah, this is where PSV they don't have enough quality to overpower Real Madrid. Real Madrid make it to the semifinal. And then the other game would be Bruges against Liverpool. Again, same thing with the PSV Madrid game. Liverpool has too much quality. They get to the semi, and then again, similar to Barca Inter, it would be 50-50, but I still see Real Madrid going through to the final. So yeah, we'll end up with the El Clasico final. But I'll keep my winner prediction to another stream. So yeah, that's all I got.
All right, so all I'm gonna say is I better see Parisian Nile on March 5th. Okay, let's go on
Madrid
to
now.
let's go on to and I don't know, most of you guys don't know this dude, but Bellingham pulled a Ronaldinho. Okay, he's going to marry two women. We got his second wife here, and she's gonna give a breakdown of Madrid and all the other teams. So yeah, like
Welcome,
let's
Yo-Yo.
hear it.
Welcome, 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 Yo-Yo.
Hi guys. Okay, let me pull up my little screen with the draw because I was looking at this. So let me start with the Barcelona side of the bracket. I do agree with what Jalen said earlier that yes, and they do kind of have it. Yes, a little bit easy, but not all the way. I do think Benfica was, brought them a challenge last time they play, but I do feel like Barcelona could go through. And then if they beat Benfica, I feel like they're just going to beat the other team. I don't think Dortmund is as strong or Lille, to be honest. I feel like Lille just um, went smooth, like through the Champions League. So I don't really think they're going to have a lot of challenges they need to overcome. Bayern Munich, Leverkusen. Given what we've been seeing, I agree. I don't think Bayern Munich is that strong. So to me, it could really be like 50-50, but I think mostly I'm leaning to Leverkusen, and then I think Inter is going to go through. I don't really know much about the other team, to be honest. And then if we go to the other side, the more interesting side, PSV and Arsenal, I think Arsenal will go through. I think what Arsenal's, what do they call it? Those when they go all the way and then they kind of just they fluke the last minute. They kind of give me that vibe, but they're not really like a bad team, Like I feel like they didn't they went through. They were like in the top 8. So I don't think they're gonna be that easy to get rid of. PSV, I know they just beat Juve, but I don't think they're that strong for them to knock out Arsenal, in my opinion. Um, Real Madrid and Atleti. See, I always say that Atleti to me is a little bit more of a nuisance than Barcelona, fan base wise, and just how we play against them. But there is that special element that for some reason Real Madrid is always does better and performs better in a Champions League. I think that we could go through, but it's going to be a very tough challenge. I do agree if we do win the first leg, we will win. If we tie or lose, it's going to be hard for us to bounce back, to be honest. But I do have faith in my husband and in my team. I know he's missing the first leg, but I know that we also have a lot of talented players that could fill in for him. And I know that if Carlo plays his cards right, which me and Anish have been frustrated with him. Maybe we could get lucky and, win the first leg. With PSG and Liverpool, I don't know why, hearing a Liverpool fan being this scared of PSG is kind of disappointing because, you know, PSG reminds me of like a wild card. And like when you're like playing Uno, like you barely get those cards. It's like a low expectation, like low chance of you getting that card. That's how I feel like that's their chance to win. It would be really random. I think Liverpool is strong. I think I have more faith in them winning than their own fan base. Like they will, if we make it through, there will be a challenge. Um, but I think that we could beat them this time because, last time that we played them, it was just not good. We were missing players. Vinny was in on there. I think we had some injuries, but I think we're a stronger team now. So I feel like we could definitely have a chance of beating them. So I'm not scared of them. And then I think Aston Villa would pass, to be honest, but I think then Liverpool would kind of knock them out. So that's kind of my thoughts. I do think that Real Madrid side of the bracket is way more interesting. It's going to have the better games that day. So those are my final thoughts.
Okay, I actually think everybody's gone, which is excellent, and then we have the entire panel here. And I'm hearing like Pablo's gonna come back actually. So, yeah, like okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the floor completely, so everybody can unmute. Um, everybody can just unmute. Yeah, I'm gonna unmute Yo-Yo as well. I think she just muted on her own. Okay, so like what we're gonna do is like I'm just gonna say like the first few things that I noticed that everybody said. Okay, so most people actually said Bayern would go through, which I think is very interesting. So we'll start with that. Like, so yeah, I'm actually really surprised. Like, this many people said Bayern would go through because Leverkusen is like so beloved in the media. But for me, like the champion, and anybody can just jump in. It's like a free for all now. Like what really sticks out to me about the Champions League is like it's about mentality, the players that you have, the talent that you have, the management, the tactics, and the overall balance and structure of the team. The management, tactics, and balance and structure of the team like it goes to Leverkusen, but at the end of the day, the experience, maybe the mentality a little bit, and the talent is with Munich. And I think that might actually give them the edge a little bit over Leverkusen. At the end of the day, like Leverkusen, they don't have great players other than maybe Florian Wirtz. Bayern like have a lot more capable attackers. They still got one of the best strikers in the world in Kane. They still got some decent wingers. Coleman might be back. Musiala, like who knows what he can do. So yeah, like what do you guys think, man? Like what do you guys think about this Bayern Leverkusen thing? Like like yeah, you guys are mostly confident. It sounded like that Bayern
Can
would
I
go.
can I say something quickly
Yeah, yeah.
over
What's
here?
up?
Yeah.
What's up?
So
Yeah.
so with regards to
No, and
Harry
anybody can
Kane.
jump in. By the way, anybody can jump in. Yeah.
Hmm. So with
Vamos
regards
dado.
to yeah, so with Harry Kane, I feel like he is the best number nine keyword. Number nine in the world football. I mean, like striker. I'm not talking about center forward position like Mbappe. I'm talking about like not makeshifts. I'm talking about the proper striker. I mean, you purchase Harry Kane for these kind of games. These
Mm,
are the moments, right? Like, I mean, like yes, Leverkusen is not like the toughest test, but it is like challenging test for you for them, right? And anyways, they're winning the Bundesliga, so there's not much pressure on Bayern to go ahead in this Champions League. For me, like the ultimate goal should be going to at least semis. Okay,
yeah.
let's go and play Barca. That should be their at least minimum right now as things stands. They should hope for or aim for. So that's what Bayern Leverkusen, in my opinion, I think so. This team has punched above their weights. I mean, low key, yeah, this team has punched above the weights. Like I don't find that many fascinating names. Jonathan Tah. And then you have Granit Xhaka and then Florian Wirtz. That's it. Like name me few players I mean like are actually performing at the world class level for this team for
You could say
Leverkusen.
Frimpong is okay. Grimaldo's been okay.
Frimpong is not playing anymore right back, so right, he's like
Oh,
a
right,
right
right. Yeah,
winger.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's like a
Grimaldo,
right
yeah,
winger.
too.
Yeah, I don't trust. Let's be honest, right? Like ultimately at some point your first 11 matters, bro. The quality
Yeah,
on the pitch matters, and
Yeah.
for this team, like Leverkusen is like way too low compared to Bayern. Like it's
yeah,
still Bayern have Kimmich. Still, yeah, okay, they're defensively they're not that good, but like I mean, come on, that's good enough to beat Leverkusen in my opinion.
yeah,
Then
yeah,
then, then you have the best and the most talented player of this generation, Jamal Musiala. So I mean, if Jamal Musiala wants to win the game, nobody can stop him. That's like he's like this generation's Messi. So for me, it's like come on, Bayern should be absolutely favored in this time.
Anybody else have
Yeah,
any
no,
thoughts?
no, it's true,
I
but
think
I feel like inexperience is gonna kill Leverkusen in this tournament. I feel like that I feel like people are overrating them a bit in terms of like their experience. I've seen many games this season where they've gotten battered. For example, against Liverpool. And let's be honest, Liverpool does not have a good attack, bro. Like their attack is very bad, and they still scored 4 goals against these guys. And Atletico Madrid was probably the biggest red flag, where they had a good lead, 1-0 at the Wanda, which is not easy, and then they collapsed in the final minutes of the game, which for me shows a lot of inexperience for Leverkusen. So I feel like they won't have they're a good team. They play good
And
football, but I
one
feel
more thing,
like
Jalen, you're forgetting that Atletico was one man down when they equalized.
exactly they were
Yeah,
1 man down, and also this league game that they just went through, that was the best I've seen anyone play against Bayern this season, better than Barcelona, but it still drew 0-0. So they're
yeah,
not going to punish Bayern Munich.
yeah.
So I feel like Bayern Munich is going to take advantage of that. Their individual players are going to take over, and they're going to go through to the next round
Yeah.
against Inter.
I think the thing with those two teams is like I agree like they people are hyping up Leverkusen. I think what they're lacking is experience in the UCL because this is our first Champions League, right? Or am I like completely wrong?
I think Leverkusen's been in the Champions League, but like this is
The
like kind of like
first
the first time they've been
one?
hyped up. I can say.
Yeah, right.
Well, after a long time there in UCL. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Jalen.
Yeah,
So that's where I think they lack that experience where like Bayern Munich, this is like something that they're kind of like used to. I think like what Anish says is key. Like mentality is a big thing when it comes to Champions League, and I think that Bayern Munich has that down. I don't really think Leverkusen does. Um, from what I see and what I hear you guys speak, and also like I think Bayern Munich could actually, it's easier for them to make a comeback than for Leverkusen to just slide through.
And one more thing I just want to ask, like, right? Anybody can like give their input on this. So you're telling me no Leverkusen is going to go through, which I agree with you guys. We're telling that Arsenal is going to win against PSV, most of it guys said. Okay. Then which are Aston Villa, yeah. So nobody trusts Aston Villa Club Brugge to be like that good, right? So there is no dark horse then in this season of Champions League then. Then who's the dark
I
horse?
actually have some surprising dark horses actually, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, so who's dark horse? You can tell me.
Dude,
Then
for me,
yeah.
honestly, like a surprise team, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I don't know what people think of the Inter Feyenoord game, but I actually think Feyenoord could be a dark horse in this Champions League. And like, I know Jalen said like that like let me bring him on the stage because I don't know who removed him. I think Core did. Like Jalen said that like the Dutch teams aren't really going to do that well, but I think the reason I'm saying Feyenoord might do something is that they might be a tricky game for Inter, dude. And the thing is that I've already seen Feyenoord beat Bayern 3-0, which is a much more convincing game than any of Leverkusen's games against them. So if they can somehow get past Inter like an underdog and then beat Munich again, which is not a big ask considering that Bayern isn't even good this season. Potentially they could surprisingly be in the semi, and there's usually always that one surprise team. Um, I want to actually ask this because this seems to be like another controversy in
I
the.
wanted to talk about the either Bayern Leverkusen real quick and
Yeah, go for it, man.
real
Go
quick.
for it.
Yeah, and then you can drop me. So for me personally, knowing my team and watching them for like I watched a lot of Bayern Munich this whole season, and I have to say that so far our second half of the season has been good. It hasn't been that bad because if you compare it to the past couple of seasons where we had horrible second half of the seasons. We
Core, you
were
barely beat Celtic, bro. You barely beat Celtic.
and that's what I'm saying. I know that one. I agree. The performance is not good. You understand? But I'm talking about results wise. It's much better than how we were losing
Bro,
games
you
second
you
half of the season.
drew with Celtic at Allianz Arena.
Yes, I understand that one. I get it. But what I'm talking about is second half of the season. Usually after the winter break, we're not that good. Especially like the previous seasons, we haven't been good in the second half. Now, this is my problem, right? It's not so much of, oh, can we beat Leverkusen? Because I think yes, we can beat Leverkusen, right? But the problem is that a lot of these players, Kim Min Jae is one of them. He's such a suspect. He's such a suspect in that he's not composed at the back. Another thing too is we play very slow. We play very, very slow. There's times where we get chances and then last season we were second in terms of missed chances. I think this season is horrible too because we don't convert our chances. And one thing I've seen about us is players like Janabri, the Sanes, they're just waste men. Um Xabi Alonso, I'm gonna say this,
How
right?
about Olise, bro? Olise right now playing the best football of his life this
I,
season.
I mean, okay, so I agree. Olise has been our best signing.
I can argue that Olise is like top four right wing, top five, sorry, top five right wing in the world football, like Salah, Yamal. Then you have Ousmane Dembele, Olise, you know. So he's
Currently,
there.
yeah,
Rodrigo, you know. So there's like
yeah,
top five, you know, on right
I
wing.
agree. Definitely, facts. I That one I definitely agree. But I think the thing about it is it's not just Olise who has to show up. The other players have to also show up. So what I mean by that is Harry Kane ghosts us a lot in these games. Like he really does ghost us. Like in every Leverkusen game we've played so far, Harry Kane has been neutralized. I also think that Goretzka is someone who doesn't offer a lot in the midfield. And then also the fullback area, Guerrero, he's a wing back. We've had this problem with I think our fullbacks are very weak in that Guerrero is a wing back. You have Sasha Boy, who, he's kind of injury prone. And then you have Stanisic. Okay, he's all right, but he's not there. You understand? But I just feel like um I honestly think we can go through, but I think it has to be a 2-0 or something or 1-0. I don't see us having like a blowout win. You understand? Knowing how this team is, I think we really struggle to convert our chances, and that's what I'll say. Yeah.
Mm. And that's an interesting take. I mean, what do you have anybody have any like response to that?
Nah, I think we've all come to an agreement
Yeah.
that we think Bayern Munich is
No,
gonna
but
go.
my question for Core is like a quick question, right?
Mhm.
Okay, where you see Bayern then? Okay, if you see that you guys can beat Leverkusen, then what do you think about Inter? Let's say Inter. Let's
Mhm.
assume that on paper Inter qualifies. Can you guys beat Inter?
I don't think we can beat Inter. The reason why I'm saying I don't think we can beat Inter is we played against Feyenoord, a very organized team, attacking wise and defensively. One player that I really love in that Feyenoord team is Hanko, and he literally shut down Harry Kane that whole game. I really do think that Inter can really hold Bayern defensively and really neutralize a lot of the attackers that we have. Because again, one thing about it is Coman, he's not, Coman is good. Coman was the best player against Feyenoord, but if Inter neutralizes one thing I've seen about Bayern is if you neutralize Olise, Musiala, you've won the game. You've literally won the game if you neutralize those two because those are the two main players that's making Bayern tick. You understand? So I'm just saying that's how I
Okay,
see
okay.
it.
So what do you think? What do you think? Like my last question towards you, like to you
Yeah.
for Bayern.
Mm.
What do you think? Who will be the talisman in this tie for you guys? Like which guy you think personally you
Mhm.
Bayern will solely rely on him to make difference in terms of could be goal, could be assist, could be playmaking, could be. defending, anything
So for me personally, I'm gonna say it's gonna really go down to Musiala. I think it's gonna go down to Musiala. I think Musiala has to have a really good game in order for us to do really well. Because
he has to show up this time because he's
yeah,
flopped
he
in a lot
really,
of big games.
bro. Like one thing I always say about Musiala is he's good in Bundesliga games, but then when he comes to the Champions League, I don't see those same
Yeah,
performances
Yeah,
against big teams
That's
like
that's not
Bundesliga.
true, actually.
also.
That's not true. No, that's
Oh,
not
it's
true
true.
because last
Mhm.
season against Madrid in the first leg, he's
Mhm.
the one who caused the most havoc
That
in the
one I
game.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's the one who won the pen. And to be honest, I mean, you know that like the pen merchant Harry Kane is, of course, he's gonna take it. But in my
Yeah.
opinion, like Musiala was the best player for you guys in both the legs, combining both the legs. Like I think so.
Mhm.
He like for me, like when I see Bayern. You
Mhm.
have to build based on that player because that player is like
Yeah.
for that
That
kind
one
of
I agree.
talent, like
Yeah.
that kind of talent should be surrounded by really good players, in my
Players.
opinion.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, to be
So
honest, dude, like I think his playing style fits La Liga and Man City much more than it does Bayern, man. I'm gonna be
Bayern.
honest.
I totally agree.
I
You
think
know.
he's in the wrong league, dude. Like
You.
I think like he's not like, for example, like Ozil or Götze or these typical German number tens, man, where
Mhm.
they're good on the ball, but they're much more direct. Like he's more of like
Mhm.
a player
You
who
know,
likes to hog the ball and stuff like that, you know?
honestly, I don't think I don't think he's main man quality like some of you guys think. But like, I think he's more of a side piece. Role. Like, I don't think you can build a team around CLA. I don't think he's good enough for that.
no, no, no,
But
no,
So
but
no,
for
no, no.
me,
Like what I understand, Jaden. Like you're talking about character point of view, right?
yeah.
Like his
yeah.
character, like is
Character.
not like a main man, like talisman.
Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
but like for example, Bayern never had that. Maybe Robin, right?
Yeah.
So we always like him as a player. In my opinion, let's put it this way. We were expecting Phil Foden to do really good against Madrid because he's like,
Mhm.
that upcoming guy, from Man City.
Yeah.
That kind of like, like your local boy in terms of your like come on, like we understand like the essence of the club, right? So with
Mhm.
Musiala, in my opinion, I think so he did a lot for Bayern, in my
Mhm.
opinion, in Champions League, not in terms of assists or goals, but
Mhm.
he's like the one, like if Musiala plays in Bayern Munich and if Musiala doesn't play for Bayern Munich, it's two different teams. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
like don't get me wrong. He is the only player I've seen who drastically improve a team from mediocre level to a world
Mhm.
class level. I've seen it. Whenever Musiala
Facts.
doesn't play for Bayern, even in Bundesliga, they look
Facts.
damn average. There's not much creativity. Okay, like he creates
Facts.
out of the blue. You know what I mean? He run with the
Mhm.
ball and like
Mhm.
create out like some Messi. Of course, not
Mhm.
Messi, but I'm just saying like the attributes of Messi. How what Messi used to do. Messi
Mhm.
used to like create out of the blue and just create havoc in defense, which caused panic stations.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that kind of attribute I see from this player.
And I think the reason like these kind
Okay.
of players do that, dude, like just one second. I think the reason these kinds of players just do that, dude, is because like a lot of defenders just get sucked into them, dude, kind of like a magnet. Like you used to see it
Mhm.
back in the day when Messi had the ball, like a lot of defenders would just immediately like run at him, and then there would just be like a space opened up there where he would, lob the ball, or just have like a quick short pass in, and then suddenly like, Villa's into space or Ato's into space or whatever,
Yeah.
but I still
I
found him a bit immature when he gets in the box. I feel like he rushes it and his finishing just lets him down. He makes a bad decision,
yeah.
and I feel like that if he can improve on that, which is the same thing as Lamine Yamal, by the way, but if he can improve on that, I feel like he'll be what you guys see him, which is a world class player. But
Yeah.
at the moment, I don't see it yet.
I will say this, right? This is the problem with a lot of us Bayern fans. A lot of us Bayern fans think that Musiala can be like a Thomas Muller, but I see two different players.
yeah,
Thomas Muller, Thomas Muller is a player where his football IQ, his off the ball movement really shows what the different style of play to what Musiala is. Musiala, I always see him as a winger. I feel like He can beat defenders 1v1. He can beat multiple defenders. He knows how to.
You see him more like a Ribery, dude. You see him more like a Ribery.
Exactly.
No, 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 no. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
This-
That's not
Yeah.
true. Musiala's exact profile. I'm not comparing the quality. I'm not comparing the quality. Please don't misquote me or misunderstand me here. But
mhm.
exact playing profile is like Messi, but Messi plays from right to center. He plays from left to right. That's left to center. Sorry. So that's how
Mhm.
Musiala plays exactly. But it's like a mirror image, like mirror playing position. Messi
Mhm.
used to be like right cut. Bro, Musiala is like you need to
Dude,
see.
Isco
But
actually used to
no.
play that role too, right? Like Isco used to
Mhm.
play that role in Madrid as well. Yeah.
No, true, true, true. And one more thing I just want to point, right? This player has the best first touch in the world football. People don't no, no, he
Actually,
is,
that's
he
true.
is.
Yeah, yeah, I
He
agree. I
has the
agree.
best first, cleanest of finest of first touch.
Definitely
Like
agree. Yeah.
and I'm surprised to see that nobody from this generation even close to his first touch. That's madness. You know what I mean? Like, like there was one game I was watching like this season like, of Bayern Munich, right?
Mhm.
Remember that game? I forgot. It was against away game, and the ball was
Mhm.
coming from the back, and the way he touched it, like
Yeah.
in the
Mhm.
air, it's like Zidane. You know, remember Zidane did like in many times for France. You know, in the air, he's bro. That guy is like generational talent, like gift. But I
Give.
hope
Yeah.
so Bayern can, utilize him properly.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, I know he signed the contract, but guys, I do see him leaving. I don't know where. It may be next couple of summers, but
Yeah, it's better for him, dude, because this team looks
yeah,
like garbage, man.
because the thing about Bayern is we just don't have the team to win a Champions League. This team is not ready. Like, there's a whole lot of rebuilding that needs to happen for this team to win
Yeah.
a Champions League. That's just how I see it. But
Even if Bayern miraculously make the final, they're gonna lose the final.
exactly, that's how I see it. You
Yeah.
know.
So yeah. What
I
other
want
But
games
to
do you guys
yeah,
want to touch?
go for it, go for it.
Now I was gonna ask you what other games you want to touch.
Well, I want to talk about Lewandowski a little bit. Can I go ahead? Like
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can talk
go.
about Lewandowski
yeah.
actually, like, and we can tie
Yeah.
it into this because I actually wanted to know, like, how good, because your previous thing you actually asked about what about dark horses, right? So just to like
Mhm.
wrap that
PSV.
up, and we can like lead this directly into a conversation about Barca, like, who like okay, so like, how is everybody feeling about Lille as a team? Like, are they gonna get past Dortmund? Like, can they give Barca issues?
Lille
Like,
are
I mean,
not. Lille
what
are
is
not a
everybody
good side.
feeling? Because, like, I think Juvenal said like Lille could potentially do that. I actually think Lille could be the trap game because I think Barca will beat Inter. But yeah, how does everybody feel about Lille? Like, are they just crap? Like, was that
Here's the
result
thing, right?
just a fluke?
Lille is a better team than Dortmund, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna knock Dortmund out
They're not going to knock.
Mm-hmm.
because
They won't knock
Dortmund,
Dortmund out.
yeah, Dortmund in the UCL has actually been good, and I've been trying to point this out to people. Like they're not the same team as they are in the Bundesliga. They're genuinely horrible, but in the Champions League, for some reason, they turn up. So I can see Dortmund going through, but if Lille go through, they're gonna give us a harder challenge than Borussia Dortmund because I've seen Lille this season in big games and they have caused a lot of issues to big teams like Real Madrid, Atletico, Juve, and Liverpool as well at Anfield. Even though Liverpool won, but I saw that game and Liverpool kind of struggled in that game. So ideally, I would rather play Dortmund. But I do see what Voss is saying. They are the trap game, and the second leg is in their stadium.
Ah,
So it would be a very difficult game for us
I'd say
if we were
I
to
think
play.
PSV is a dark horse, to be honest. Not just because they knocked us out, but honestly, I think they could say what's up to Arsenal. Potentially, it's
PSV.
difficult. PSV, yeah, I think so. I think so
Mhm.
because they got some good
I
players.
just think the second leg at the Emirates, I'm not sure PSV is going to survive that.
No, it's going to be difficult, and I do think Arsenal will eventually go through, but I think it's going to be close,
Yeah.
closer than people
by
think.
the way, to the new people who joined, you can jump in at any time. By the way, yeah.
Yeah, hey guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
Vish.
so what are you guys? What are all you guys saying? Like what kind of impact is Lewandowski gonna have in the knockout stage for Barca? Dude? Because like Barca is the favorite to reach the final for sure.
But can
So
I can I can I can I
yeah,
say something over here, right? Like
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
regards to Lewandowski, I think so. This is the first season in his career. Maybe you can consider Dortmund, but Dortmund was never considered the favorites. Barcelona is one of the favorites to win UCL. Like Like this is now you should show that okay, I'm a Mr. Champions League experience, right? Because Lamine Yamal is kid. Rafinha is, let's say, has zero experience in UCL. Then you have all these kids, I mean, come on, you should be a prime example of like getting those clutch goals because this is the crunch time. Now this is the crunch time. Lewandowski, this is the where your criticisms are actually. You know what I mean? In the crunch time, when your team need you the most, you should show up. Right? This is the most common critique of Lewandowski. In my opinion, he should make a big difference. And let's say against Benfica. Benfica's a very strong team, by the way. So it's not like Barcelona's having an easy fixture as people are saying it, but it's this kind of strong team. So you give me clutch goals. Like I just like of course you have to score clutch penalties as well. But in my opinion, I think so. You should be a prime example for Barcelona youngsters to show them, okay, this is now my area of expertise. This is now my experience here.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You're not used. You guys are not.
Yeah.
You don't have experience, right? So in my opinion, he should carry low-key the attack of Barcelona. And by the way, right now, let me give one more prop to Lewandowski here. He's right now playing the best hold-up play striker right now in top European football. So there's no striker right now better than him playing and performing as a hold-up striker in world football than Lewandowski right now.
Yeah. So like actually that's a very good segue actually because like we've all seen a lot of Barca. There's like a lot of Madrid fans here, Barca fans as well. So like what do we think about Lewandowski's hold up play? Like, okay, why does he drop deep? Why is that sometimes annoying? Is it him doing that or is it Hansi Flick telling him to do that? So like
You
what's
know,
going on with that?
as frustrating as it is important in Flick's system. Like you can't just be a
Yeah.
poacher in Flick's system. You have to drop deep. So it is frustrating to watch because he clearly can't do it anymore. But he still has to be there. He still has to be a presence there. As for what Muntaha was saying, yes, absolutely, he has to show up in the knockout stages. Actually, I actually feel like this season he has shown up in a lot of big games. Surprisingly, he showed up against Bayern, both games against Madrid, the Benfica one. So I feel like this season he's actually been surprisingly good in the big games. But this is where it really counts. Knockout stages, he's gonna need to help out Rafinha because Rafinha is our most clutch player in the Champions League. So as long as he's just taking his chances, because he does get our best chances in games, as long as he just takes those chances, I can forgive him for being trash at his hold up play,
I have a
if that
question for
makes
you,
sense.
Jalen. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Who would you start at the number 10? Fermin Lopez or Dani Olmo?
I actually feel like Dani Olmo is better off the bench. When he starts, he's actually a bit clumsy, and I don't feel like he fits Flick's
Mhm.
system. He's not very good on the ball, but when he comes off the bench, he makes things happen. Like I saw it against Madrid, I saw it against Rayo Vallecano. Like he makes things happen. But
Mhm.
if I were to start, I would start Firmin Lopez, and depending on how the game goes, I would bring on Dani Olmo to make a difference.
Well, as of late, right now, Pedri's been playing the best in number 10. So
Yeah, yeah, but Pedri is not at the number 10 though. Like he's more of a
yeah, he's not. But that's like right now in terms of performances, he's
yeah,
been
yeah,
he's been playing amazing football,
yeah. He's been our best player like overall this season
without a doubt. Without a doubt,
Bro,
for
what
sure.
happened to Marc Casado?
he's there.
Casado, he actually kind of fell off in like the early 2025, like January-ish. He kind of fell off. I feel like that's because we overplayed him. And I feel like De Jong has done a little bit better than everyone expected.
So
But
you're telling me
I
De Jong
do
should start over him then?
no. If he finds his form back, I would prefer to play Casado. But at the moment, De Jong is in better form, so that's why I feel like Flick is picking him over Casado.
Look, man, you can't put so much pressure on the kid. This is his
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
first season at the
who
top.
will be your Champions League starting double pivot?
Double pivot, Pedri, and at the moment De Jong because he's in better form. But if Casado is back in form, Casado.
But don't you think so? Sometimes this guy, Hansi Flick, right? Usually in away games, I've seen it. Like maybe I'm wrong, but what I've seen from Barcelona, because I watched second most after Madrid, Barcelona, because they're my arch nemesis, right? So it's very good to watch them too.
course.
So, like usually in away games, I've seen he started playing more of a Gavi. Like he's like trying to understand that. Okay, he like let's say Gavi number 10 or Gavi extra. Like a right center midfielder, left center midfielder.
Mhm.
Like he provides you legs, right, in the midfield.
Yeah.
So don't you think so? Like, is it a good strategy to play Gavi in away games and then at home bench him, just bring him from the bring him from the
Well,
like as a
here's the
sub?
thing.
What do you think about
I
that?
I don't want Gavi to play at all. I just don't feel like he brings any like actually I don't feel like he brings anything to the table. I've seen him have one good game this season, and that was against Bilbao in the semifinal of the Super Cup. In every other game, he just does nothing. I'm sorry, like I don't know what he really brings to the pitch. I know
What
a
should
lot
be
of
the starting
Barcelona.
midfield? What should be the starting midfield?
At the moment, I'm more of a fan of picking players based on their form. So Frankie, Pedri, and Fermin Lopez, because Fermin Lopez is a lot more talented than Gavi. Like he actually looked like he's from La Masia.
Okay, how about
So
this?
that
How
will
about
be my
this? How about this,
yeah.
right? Let's say Casado, Frankie, and number 10 Pedri. How about this one?
Pedri you know, as much as I love Pedri, I don't feel like number 10 really suits him. I don't feel like he is as creative. Like
But Jalen, usually what happened for Barcelona is that, right? You cram so much of like, between the lines between defenders and midfield that you have a less number of midfielders if you directly play double pivot. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I feel, let's say, having three men midfielders always gives extra edge in Champions League against big opposition, right? And
Mhm.
when you're playing away, for example, first leg. So don't you think so? You need like three men midfield instead of double pivot and some number tens. Like it's usually better, right? By playing away, control it gives you ultimately more control. So that's what I
Yeah.
was asking you
I
about.
think we all agree with you. It's just that's the
Hmm.
that's not the system, right? That's
You
not.
know, it's
Hmm.
Flick's system, but I see what you're saying, but I don't see Flick ever doing that. And also,
Yeah,
I'm not a big
exactly.
fan of playing Pedri as a number 10. I feel like you're limiting him. And Pedri has improved a lot defensively. Like, I don't know, a lot of people don't speak on that. He's actually improved a lot defensively.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Hmm.
for me, the biggest issue actually in the team is actually the defense. If we start Araujo, like we're gonna see the same thing what Benfica did in the game that we played, and they're
No, no,
gonna
no,
get a lot of.
you're not gonna start all. Like if Inigo Martinez is fully fit, come on, there's no way you guys allow
Hopefully,
Araujo.
bro. I hope so. But Araujo, like he's a prick, and he puts a lot of pressure on the board to get minutes. So as long as it's Inigo and Kubarsi, I'm happy. But if it's
But you know
Araujo,
what the
like
problem with that? The problem with Inigo and Kobasi is? Like Kobasi is young, right? But Inigo is slow, don't you think so on highlight? That's why he's
yeah,
playing
he's slow,
Araujo.
but he's smarter than Araujo. Like his timing is a lot better
No, no, pure
than Araujo.
defending. No, no, he's better. He's better. I get it. But like,
Yeah,
because let's say you're playing away, you're not playing at home, right? And
yeah.
we all know that you're gonna come with the high line. So to maintain that high line and like recovery runs, bro, I mean, Inigo Martinez is very slow in recovery runs, right? So
Yes,
don't you think so?
yeah.
It's a smart choice to play Araujo away leg, and then at home it's a different story then.
No, no. You know, I see what you're saying, but like based on the system, like Araujo, he does not know how to play the offside trap, and we're heavily reliant on that offside trap. What's his name? Mota. We're heavily reliant on it, and we saw it against Sevilla. Sevilla scored a goal because Araujo kept them onside, and just like that, we had to go back to basics, and we had to like dig ourselves out of a very difficult hole again. And thankfully, we won that game, but it could have easily gone wrong. You know, we could have easily dropped points if it wasn't for our Pedri and our attack.
Okay,
So
so I
that's
have a
why I would
question for
say,
you. I have a question for
yeah.
you as a Barca fan, right? Like, what do you
Mm.
think was the most reliable player for you guys in the upcoming games in Champions League? Who would you trust the most? Okay,
Pedri, Pedri.
this is my
Like,
guy.
there's
You know,
nothing.
I can trust him.
Pedri. Yeah,
Pedri?
I've
And
Perfect.
got to
this
say
is even
Pedri
coming
is
from me as a person who's been very critical of him.
from
Because he,
Pedri from start to finish has been our most consistent player. I think
Mhm.
this season he's maybe had three bad games. Las
yeah,
Palmas, Atalanta,
Mhm.
and maybe Dortmund. Dortmund, I didn't find him that impressive against Dortmund.
By the
But
way,
other than
Undisputed,
that,
I don't know if you're awake or not, but you can unmute and talk as well.
Yeah, I am awake, man. It's just, oh my god.
This guy's tired, bro.
but yeah, just to
Understood.
finish
I
up,
hope
other
you
than
enjoy
that,
your meals there.
Pedri has been amazing.
Pedri's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
I
Bro,
actually
what?
agree.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I just gonna say, I think I've never actually seen under Flick so far, Barca. I've never actually seen them get outplayed. I think it's the only team that I can think of that.
No, we've actually been outplayed by Betis and Sociedad this season.
Yeah,
Has
by small
Liverpool,
teams.
been up?
I don't know. Maybe outplayed is the wrong word,
Funny
but by
enough, Aston
certain
Villa were
games.
playing really good football against us. Not
You know,
gonna lie.
actually, I feel like Liverpool was amazing in that game, but like I feel like Liverpool should have won like 5-2 in that game.
No,
You know,
definitely,
I want to touch
definitely.
on Liverpool later, dude, because I want you to hold that thought as well. But like, just to wrap up on Barca, like, so what do you? Does everybody here think Barca's making the final? Like, let me segue to
No,
that because
no,
yeah,
Bro, it's
okay,
very
so
difficult to say.
no.
Very
And
difficult to say, you know.
I actually love Jalen's analysis of
yeah,
Lille. Lille is scary. Is actually like scary because their defense is quite good, man. The way they set up. Not that
no,
I
even
want
I
to
said
rate,
Leo is the trap game. Like,
They were good at Anfield as well, you know.
bro. They were so yeah. I remember he just spoke about that. I was here to hear that, and it's very very like accurate because they did give us a hard time, quite frankly. And we didn't even score until like the 70th minute, if I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, man. I think the problem is we need Gakpo and Salah fit, so we at least have two non-clowns in attack. The third one, it has to be a clown, but you know it is what it is. You can't have it all. I like our midfield a lot. I think our
I just want
midfield
to like
is.
hang on one sec, man. Can you wait one sec? Because I just want to
Yeah,
see
no, go
like
ahead, man.
so like just like I think we're gonna say I think everybody wants to talk about Liverpool PSG, man. I want to talk about it, but just to like wrap this up, I think Barca's just like that big dragon in the right hand side of the bracket, man. Like, but if Lille
Yeah.
like knocks out Barca, it would just blow the entire competition wide open. Like because then
Yeah.
anybody can reach the final. I think like Lille could reach the final, dude. Honestly, like I wouldn't even be surprised. Like so. Yeah, I don't know, but like
No. I don't think I don't think they can cause an
my
upset.
second team, dude, because like you would think like Inter's the next best team, right? After Barca. So what are we thinking about Inter like on that side of the bracket? Like how far is Inter gonna go? Because I think
Inter
rates Inter highly. So
Inter for me is Barcelona's worst matchup. Like out of everyone on that right hand side is Barcelona's worst matchup because Flick still does not know how to play against low block teams. Every low block team that we've played against this season has either beaten us or taken points from us. Even Rayo Vallecano, bro, we got lucky. I've got to be honest, even as a Barca fan, we got lucky. Okay, and Rayo Vallecano, they frustrated us, and they could have gotten a point. Getafe this year as well, low block took points from us, and I feel like if Inter is going to set up like that, they could beat us. I'm not saying they will beat us, but they could beat us.
You know what? Like to be honest, like when I saw it, like the pool, right side of the pool. I mean, morning because I got up at like 6 usually, so I get up very early, right? So I just somehow saw it. The one Bayern Munich is tricky for Inter because like for example, if Bayern goes through and Inter qualifies, assuming because Feyenoord is very good by the way, so I wouldn't be surprised if Feyenoord beat Inter, but I'm just saying, right? So if Inter goes through, I don't trust Inter to beat Bayern. Like
I actually
Actually,
assuming
no.
heavily trust them to
I
beat
would
Bayern.
actually trust. I would
Yeah.
trust Inter to beat Bayern.
Dude,
I would
Bayern
not
is not
trust-
good, man. Like
I would
Bayern-
not
No,
trust anybody to be
no, but to be
Leverkusen.
honest, Bayern Munich, you need to understand, like, in my opinion, like they're experienced team. It's not like
No,
they're
they're
not
not.
like
They're not, mate. Look
no,
at
no,
their
no
team.
to some
Look at the people on the squad. They're
yeah.
not
they're good. I
experienced.
mean, they have at least 2 seasons
Where
experience, each
where
of
would the
them.
second leg be played if Bayern and Inter went through?
I don't even think it
No,
matters.
Allianz Arena second leg. Allianz
Ooh,
Arena. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah,
easy, you know.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Inter
I don't know
is
why we're even giving
tricky.
it consideration. I know they're a big club. I know they have experience, but
But
Yeah.
here's the thing, bitch. How much do you trust Inter? How much do you trust them?
No, I try, dude, because the thing is, like,
I just
I don't think
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen are that good of a team when you look at like the names on the sheet, man. Like, I think Bayern can beat them, like just based on the fact that they know them well and they have like on paper better players do. But if you
Honestly, I
actually look
want
at
Leverkusen to
Bayern,
win.
like,
I
no, but
want Leverkusen to win because I don't want Bayern to win because it's our European
I,
nemesis,
I
right?
don't think
But
anyone does. We're just giving them respect, right?
yeah, like, but the thing is, dude, if you
no,
look
but
at
like
Bayern,
no, but like Inter attackers, like ah, I mean,
no, but
Atleti have
dude,
better
Inter
attackers
do
than
Musa
Inter.
though. But Inter, like, I think Lautaro alone can like shred that Bayern defense, man. Like, if you've seen
No,
Bayern in big
Oh
games this
no,
season, they're
that's too much
awful,
to
bro.
ask, bro.
no,
Too much to
no.
ask.
And quite frankly, you have to look at the numbers a little deeper. Lautaro this season has been horrendous against the big
Yep.
teams, like just woeful against the big teams.
You know, I
No.
feel like
Mm-hmm.
if
Mm-hmm.
it's
Right, bro.
wasn't in Bayern went in any wasn't any other like path, I feel like they would have been eliminated, bro. I feel like they Loki got a bit lucky with this
They
I
got
think
draw.
very
everybody
lucky,
on
yeah.
that side has it. Like everybody
Yeah,
on that side
because
should just be like, "Yo, this is
this
our
team should not reach the semis. These guys are garbage,
Yeah.
but
yeah."
they can reach it. You know, Inter for as good as they are, but I still feel like Bayern can beat them. I feel like there's a possibility.
Mm.
So, you know, I feel like they're a bit lucky. They're not going to win it, but I feel like they can go very far semis.
Isn't it the same as last year when, let's be honest, Bayern wasn't very good anyway,
Yeah,
but
they
somehow they took a
overachieved,
semi.
honestly. Last
Yeah.
season, they overachieved as
And
well.
they
Arsenal should have
nearly
knocked them out.
they basically nearly won the competition last year. They were about 10
You
minutes
guys,
away.
you guys need to watch Celtic against Bayern tie.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
that, it is just
Yeah, I did.
I
Yeah, they
still
were
find it
terrible.
crazy that
woeful how bad this team is.
it's actually crazy that Bayern was like what 8-10 minutes away from probably winning the UCL last year.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they.
but you know what? The same standards never used, right? Because if we beat Man City like that last year, people are saying, okay, we didn't play football, right? The same thing Bayern does, people say, oh, they play football. So, double standards.
It's very weird to see Bayern play like that. Like it's not something I'm
Yeah.
really used
No,
to.
dude, I think this is the worst Bayern team in this century, man. Like, I don't know if you guys like disagree, but like from like
I
I've
think,
watched Bayern so
okay,
far.
this century is a bit of a stretch because they played in the Europa League a couple of
Yeah.
Like
times
in
in like the
08.
late
In 08.
2000s.
Mm.
Yeah. But I feel like this team, like, on paper, they're really talented, actually, but performance-wise, my goodness, this is one
Oh,
of
we
the
No,
know
no,
worst.
but
why.
but
I
I have a
think I
question,
can
right?
tell
I have a
you why.
question, right?
It
Which
all
one? Yeah.
stems from the manager.
Mm,
It all
mm.
stems from
Yeah,
No,
he's a
true, true,
rookie.
true. But based on quality, other than Barcelona, there is no other team have more quality than Bayern right
Bayern.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So how
exactly.
we
That's what
cannot
I'm
Oh,
shit
saying.
on
Liverpool
On
them?
does.
paper,
Yeah.
they're amazing,
Liverpool
No,
has
but
a pool.
no. On right side of the pool, right side of the
Yeah.
pool.
That side of the pool. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, honestly, on paper, they're amazing, man. But I feel like Company, he's a rookie, man. Like he doesn't know how to adapt in games.
He
And
really
Celtic,
does.
he got lucky because Celtic, it's Celtic. They collapsed. But he got lucky, and I feel like it's gonna let him down in the Champions League.
No, but like, but the flip side of the argument is that the Inzaghi manager, I think so. We have to give him credit because he outplayed Pep in the final, which is the greatest manager of all time, and if he can outplay him, I mean, who's company, bro? Let's be honest, who's
Yeah, but
company?
and I want to add something even more to your point, Muta. Like you said, like Inter's a bad matchup for Barca because of their high line, right? And Inter's defense. Well, the same applies to Bayern. Like Bayern's high line is worse than Barca's. Like it's more vulnerable than Barca's. They have worse defenders than Barca.
Way more. Way
So
more.
if it's a bad matchup for Barca, then surely it has to be a bad matchup for Bayern, who are like worse than them in
Very
every single way.
bad
Like,
matchup.
Bro,
Yeah, that's
Very
true.
bad
for me, the
matchup.
only thing is with Inter, only flips with Inter. Who is that guy attacker, bro? And do you trust this guy? What's his name? The Argentine. What's his name?
Lautaro.
No,
Lautaro to be
no one
clinical?
does.
To
Lautaro
be
is
clinical?
spooky.
To
No
be
one
clinical,
does.
bro, against
No
like
one does.
that's the
You know,
problem,
one thing
bro.
I
Like
don't really
with
like about
Inter.
Inter, I don't like the fact that they don't play with wingers. I feel like in modern football,
Yeah.
you need wingers, man.
Yeah,
You really
the,
do.
the thing with the 3-4-3 is it can only really take you so far. It's same Man United, like 3-4-3 as a formation is very. It's what secondary teams use. It's not
Yeah.
like true
Yeah.
like no tier 1 team uses 3-4-3.
Exactly. So, but I think both Bayern and Inter can reach the semifinals. I hope we can be there, but if I had to pick between these two, I would say Bayern Munich because
Okay, who's more
stylistically
deserving? Like, who's more deserving based on, like, I mean, performances of this season?
deserving. That's a good
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
I think Inter
Because,
because finished
Inter.
was it fourth in the group in the league phase, and I feel like they also play better than Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, a lot
Yeah.
of games they are getting outplayed, bro. Like they're not
Yeah.
good.
Dude, I think
So I
Inter's
feel like
beating Bayern, man, over 2 legs, bro. Even if the second leg's in Allianz, dude, I think Inter's a much better team than them right now, bro. Like, I think this Bayern is really bad, bro. Like, I mean, if you can barely beat Celtic, then like Inter can literally just use Celtic's game plan, but with better players and beat Bayern. Like, logically, it works, to be honest. You know?
yep. So you want to go
betting
into the
man
left
Vishwa,
side?
betting man Vishwa, on which team you gonna bet? Let's say if hypothetically it's Inter versus Bayern.
Yeah, he's muted.
Vishwa. Oh, he's muted. Okay, he's not here.
Yeah. Yeah, like, let's see if he'll be back. But we can actually move on. Like, other than okay, so are you guys pretty much done with the right hand side of the draw? Like, does anybody have any final thoughts or anything?
I'll say, what if Feyenoord beats Bayern?
Dude,
Inter,
that's what
sorry,
I'm saying, dude. I think
Inter.
Feyenoord can actually be in the semi, dude. Like, it's not totally out of the question because, like,
Nah.
okay, Jalen, what if they beat
What if it's
Inter
Feyenoord
then?
versus Lille? Well, okay, let's do, because we are doing all hypotheticals, right? Let's do
Yeah.
worst possible hypothetical. Lille versus Feyenoord semifinal.
Dude, Lille could be in the finals. Like,
And you know what? From that side, Aston Villa versus who's there? PSV.
oh
My
my
God.
god.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Aston Villa would win their second at that stage.
You know,
That's
yeah,
the
I
semi.
think Villa would win the UCL if that's the case.
That would be their third, wouldn't it? Or second?
Followed up by
Second.
Lille.
No.
Okay,
think,
okay. So like one more thing I just want to ask you, right? So from that side of the pool, so name your top three. So Barca, Bayern, and Inter, right? That's the
Yeah,
thing, right?
I would say Barca, Inter, Bayern in that order.
Yeah, I agree with us
Mhm.
on that one. Or saying Bayern. Does anyone disagree with that? I'm pretty sure everyone agrees with that. Maybe you can make an argument for Leverkusen if you want, but
Nah, it's those three in that order
What
as
if
well.
okay? What if Xabi wins UCL? So would he be greatest manager of all time or
Oh,
greatest
shit.
achievement of all time over Mourinho's Porto?
It would be the same level, I think.
yeah, be around the same actually.
I think slightly greater because of what Xabi Alonso did in the league and Bundesliga.
For me, also no. If they play a big team in that final, then I think it would be more impressive than Mourinho
Yeah.
because Mourinho played Monaco, which is not respectfully, it's not a big team.
Yeah.
So as of now in Champions League, the biggest degree of difficulty achievement is Mourinho. Then you guys are telling me,
Oh yeah, considering the
not
era, well,
uh-huh,
Milan was amazing, Madrid,
uh-huh.
Man United.
How
Come
about
on, like
Fergie, 1999?
that was the
No,
most impressive, like because of their path. But I don't think it was like as impressive as what Mourinho did, considering he had like scrubs playing for him.
Okay, how about Klopp with Liverpool? I know people are gonna say no, but where were Liverpool before Klopp, other than this fluky UCL?
I think still don't think it was like. I think
Yeah, no,
Liverpool's starting 11 by 2019 was maybe the best in the world.
yeah. And if you look at their
Okay,
path,
who
like
made
they
the
were
best in the world to
favorites.
them then? Who made the best in the world to them? Who assembled that team?
Yeah,
To
Klopp
be honest, it was
actually.
kind of the higher up. Like Klopp didn't want Mane, for instance. Like he wanted Julian Brandt. Like so, it is kind of like a combined effort, right? It's hard
No,
to say.
okay, bro. Okay, I can say same thing with Klopp. I think so. He actually assembled Dortmund. In my opinion, that's the best side of Dortmund
I
in
actually think
2013.
what Klopp did with Dortmund was more impressive than what he did with Liverpool. Because
Maybe because of
actually,
German league, because there's more talent in German league, so it's easier to
and
sign
also
them.
like the only difference between Klopp Dortmund and Mourinho Porto is that Klopp faced a super team in the final.
Even in semis,
Yes,
quarters,
and
yeah, very, very
yeah,
impressive too, right? Yeah.
like I did say sometime, that me and Anish, like if Anish is here right now, we are talking like, oh, who's the greatest manager of all time? We were criticizing Pep a lot, like based on some flaws, and like obviously, I know Anish is not a big fan of Carlo, and then we know Mourinho's fallen off for like a decade. One thing that we did like think we entertained the idea, even though like most people won't agree with it, right? Is that Klopp could have easily had the talent to be the greatest, or could have easily been the greatest, but
And
circumstances
just,
and
but I
etc.
have a question for you. I have a question for you, but we can discuss after this
Yeah,
Champions League thing if you're here.
uh,
It's a very interesting question, by the way. It's about managers, but we can discuss later on
I
yeah,
once we
actually
discuss
want to use
Champions League.
this to segue to the Liverpool versus PSG. To be honest, so,
yeah,
like, we can do
yeah.
it.
I think. Do you want me to just start talking about that game, by the way, just randomly?
No, just
Go
like
ahead,
answer
go ahead.
like Mutai had a question, so like we
Oh
can.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, yes. So no, I'll ask that question later on. Maybe once we discuss Champions League,
Sure.
then
I
that's it.
think for Liverpool PSG, we just need to be refreshed. That's all. The team needs to be refreshed. We need less fatigue. We need fresher legs. We just need a rest right now. And I think it helps that we're out of the FA Cup. The way I see it, at our best we beat PSG. And I think it'll be really tight, it'll be really close. And the problem is they have some fantastic wide players, and our fullbacks are not that good defensively, which is a big fragility. The only thing they
Yeah.
have is that they have a tendency. PSG does have a tendency to just fall apart. Even against City, right, when they won 4-2, they randomly went 2-0 down. They showed a lot of resilience to get back in, but it's going
And
to be
just
very
would you
tough.
start Nunes?
I probably would, yes. I don't like
Really?
Jota. The
Jesus.
thing is, I don't like Jota.
Dude, Undisputed Season of Light, man. This is what I was saying earlier too.
Like, what's like? There's nothing good about Jota, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, Diaz is useless as a nine. I don't see any other like just that. The best chance is just start Nunes and hope he has a good game instead of a bad one. That's the best chance. Like,
Honestly, this is where I predicted the upset. That this is the only upset of the Champions League run of 60 for me. For me, Liverpool are on their last legs, bro. Like I really think they're fighting for their lives right now to get over the line in the Premier League. I don't think they'll have enough in the to focus on the Champions League knockout stages, bro. So for me, PSG is gonna go through. I don't like Liverpool's fullbacks, bro. They're
But
too.
which team PSG have beaten? Jalen, I understand the recent form and all those things, right? But in Champions League, does recent form matters? Like, like, is it?
I think the momentum for me kind of matters in the Champions League for certain teams at least. Not for Madrid, but for certain teams it does matter.
But
Um,
Liverpool is one of those teams where momentum is, even if it's against them, they win UCL, and they showed us many times, even reaching
yep,
finals multiple
yeah. But
times.
here's the
So,
thing, though. Like for me, their level has dropped from what it was at the beginning of the season. And PSG right now, they're on a high.
but
And
Jalen, Jalen,
yeah,
but
go
they
on.
are seasoned team. They are seasoned team. Liverpool, look at the defense. Look at the structure. They're so organized. It's not easy to
No,
break
I
no,
them.
I
Muzaha,
actually I
bro.
want to add something to what Muta said. Actually, like two things. I think one thing that goes against Liverpool, and like I think Vish like can unmute and chip in on this as well since it's his team. But it's just one thing that goes against Liverpool, one thing that goes for Liverpool. The one thing that goes against Liverpool, in my opinion, is that like I feel like this, and maybe I think Undisputed will agree with this, and this is why it was such a nice segue talking about Klopp, because I think this is the kind of tie where Klopp would have been very useful as a manager instead of Arne Slot for Liverpool, dude. Because the reason why is that, like, if you look at the history of PSG in the Champions League, they always struggle against teams that press and win, like, turn the ball over high up the pitch. Like it's like even Muta, like go back to like when we beat them in 2022, right, in the round of 16. You remember like they were comfortable on the ball, they controlled the game, like they had possession, but then Carlo, like something happened in his geriatric ass head, dude, at the end of the game, and he just brought on like all the young players like Camavinga, Rodrigo, and then we started like running at them. And when we ran at them, and when we like put Nuno Mendes under pressure, put Marquinhos under pressure, Hakimi under pressure, like they started making mistakes. And this is why they've been bad against a lot of different teams that like press, especially press their back line when they're trying to build.
They have a really bad record against English clubs, by the way.
Yeah,
like really bad.
And I think
one thing I
undisputed.
hate about Klopp, like it's a positive point, it's not negative.
Yeah.
Like it's so difficult to beat Klopp team. Why? Why it's so difficult to beat?
It's
Like
the
you
press,
have to
man. I
either
think
grind the
it's
result,
that
man.
press, bro. It's that press and the relentlessness of that team to keep running.
Because
like,
that team never
you know,
fucking gives up. This is the problem with Klopp. Excuse me
Yeah.
for my language,
It's-
but like,
But guys, why aren't we speaking on Liverpool's fullbacks, bro? These guys, Trent going forward, amazing. Defensively, he's garbage, bro. Like I don't care what
and
anyone says. he's garbage.
Robertson right now is garbage in both directions.
Robertson
so-
is finished. Yes, he's finished,
I
man.
think Tsimikas is too average, like to really like.
And I saw that game against Villa, bro. Robertson, he couldn't keep the offside trap. He kept keeping the Aston Villa players on side.
I think Tsimikas is too average to really be like a UCL winning like fullback. Even though like I do think he should probably start. I think the weird thing about Slot, I don't know what it is. I have a feeling that Slot won't do well in UCL knockout games, and I don't know why that is. I think he's a great manager. Actually, I think he's done like a lot of good. He's impressed me positively in many ways. So I don't know why I have a feeling that he's not going to be a good UCL knockout manager.
Dude, going back to the pros and cons thing that I was talking about.
but can I ask you a quick thing? I'm just with it. Can I ask you a quick thing? Don't you think so? The decline in quality of Prem this season helped Arne Slot to achieve this?
No, I agree. Like it's not a good league right now.
It wasn't the decline in quality of the Prem, dude. It was just the decline of City, dude. To be honest.
And even then,
City is the best team in the world for the last like 3-4 years, right?
But
Arguably.
But guys, even then, they let Arsenal back into the race. They dropped points again. And that's why I feel like they're not going to survive the game against PSG, bro. Like I feel like they're going to.
Jalen, do you think? Let's be logical and say Arsenal beats PSV, which they will, right?
PSV.
Yeah. Do you think Liverpool losing to PSG in the round of 16 will actually help their season?
Well, Liverpool?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I feel like you'll win the Premier League and you'll win the League Cup. 100%. If you get knocked out now, 100% you're winning the Premier League and the League Cup. But right now, I feel like you making the Premier League close now. And if you draw to Man City on the weekend, now it's what, 3 points?
Yeah, then it goes down to 3. And
yeah,
like,
it's uncomfortable now.
Games, yeah.
And Liverpool have already made it very clear the priority is the Premier League. They've already made it clear. It's not the Champions League. So I feel like they'll sacrifice. Obviously, they'll try, but I feel like they won't fight hard enough to go through to the next round.
There's some in these UCL knockout games. Sometimes you can just tell who wants it more.
Yeah, exactly.
And like often I felt that in Barcelona, Messi era post 2015, they often didn't want it as much as their opponents.
Exactly. But here's the thing, though. I'll give Liverpool the second leg is at Anfield, which is never an easy place to go to. It's always hard.
Yeah.
No, but my question is, okay, the way you guys are saying that PSG will win, right? So what's stopping PSG from going to Champions League final again?
Honestly,
what's stopping them is Madrid and who's the other team? Arsenal. I don't know who the other team is.
PSG.
No, why they cannot beat Madrid though? Why they cannot beat Madrid? Liverpool is as strong as Madrid.
They're not beating Madrid.
I think the thing is PSG is kind of similar to Madrid, like strengths and weaknesses wise, like team, like how do I say this? It's a similar build to Madrid as a team. With the forwards,
I actually think they're weaker in every position, including the manager to us. They're actually like I think, dude, the one thing that nobody's talking about PSG is like you pointed out Liverpool's fullbacks, and that's a weakness, dude. But PSG's center backs are not good, bro. Like Marquinhos is like one of the most overrated center backs of this generation, whether people want to admit it or not. Like this guy's not good in big games.
Yeah.
Like
he's bad.
This guy's not good in big games. I think that
bad.
that Poncho guy is a nobody, dude. Literally, like he's nobody. Honestly,
I think.
Like, you know, like these guys can be got at, man. Like I think, like the one thing like I want to say about Liverpool, dude, like that is that like they've not lost. they've looked shaky in games, but they've not lost. And Mutai, like I know you know this, dude, because the thing is that that's exactly what people used to say about us in 16, 17. Remember when we went back to back? We were doubted at each and every round of the Champions League because like people said, no, this Madrid is like a team that draws a lot of games. Like they don't blow teams away. But the thing is, Liverpool are not losing. They lost one game in the league. Like when you run into a team like that, and this is why it's really important that the Champions League is not single like knockout ties. It's two legs. It's home and away. So it's more of a marathon than a sprint in a lot of ways, dude. And when you run into a team that just like refuses to lose like that and just has that kind of grit and mentality, like regardless of what their weaknesses are, I just think like Liverpool have the mental edge like in this tie. And I think like over two legs they can grind PSG out, especially considering that the second leg is at Anfield, bro. I think
Do
Liverpool
you think
are just more growth. Yeah.
do you think the difference in quality of players between Liverpool and PSG is notable or no?
I think like the gap in okay, I think PSG's fullbacks with all due respect are like better than
I agree,
Liverpool's like, right now.
100%.
Most people would agree with
Actually,
that.
I don't think Hakimi is better than Trent, by the way. I don't
Yeah.
think he is, but it's more so the left back.
How about attack? How about front three?
I think the front three is a lot closer than people think.
Yeah,
I,
I
I think
agree.
I think Liverpool's midfield is actually a lot better than PSG's than people realize, dude. Because I see people like hyping up Vitinha, but like, what actually has Vitinha done on the biggest stages for Portugal and for PSG? Like, wasn't this guy getting dominated last season by Barca until the red card, home and away? I think he
But
played both games right.
I have a quick question for Undisputed, right?
Yeah.
So, if let's say they keep Salah quiet, who's gonna show up?
I think Gakpo. No,
But don't
I
you feel like
genuinely think
Gakpo is a bit hit or miss? I like Gakpo when he's good, but he does have games where
I
he's
think
garbage.
a lot of our players in attack are hit or miss. Like Diaz could do something, or he could be trash. Like Nunes could do something, or he could be trash. Like even Jota. That's the
Yeah.
tricky part, right? Like, but sometimes what usually happens is that at least one of our forwards shows up, other than Salah. Usually, one of them shows up. So it's hard to say. I think I see.
And one more thing I would love for Liverpool. Liverpool, they don't kill games off, bro. Like so many, especially like now, the second half of the season, they leave the games open, man. They don't go for more, and that's
Yeah,
what caused them against Everton and almost caused them against Wolves. But
it
Wolves were
almost cost
clinical.
us against Real Madrid even in the group.
Yeah, exactly. So this is not. It's clearly not the same team as it was from 6, 7 years ago, where they would completely destroy you if they were on top.
Yeah,
So
I think that's where they
you know,
enlist Klopp, man, for this tie. Because if this was a
yeah,
Klopp team, I think they would approach PSG a lot differently. I think Klopp would identify that PSG have a history of struggling with the high press, and he would literally like close down their back four and force a lot of errors. PSG
yeah,
can make errors if you force those errors. It's like go back to the 6-1, for example, right? It's not that Barca was like creating chance after chance, like with Iniesta and Messi, like passing the ball. They were just applying pressure to PSG, like winning the ball back, like high up the pitch, and then the errors just
yeah.
came on their own. Like it's very easy to force errors out of PSG. So it really depends on the approach that Liverpool take as well. But I think like what you said about them not killing the tie is very interesting. And I think like if PSG had the second leg at home, like that would actually play a lot more to their advantage. The fact that Liverpool don't like kill off these games, because if like let's say like it's a close first leg, like let's say it was a draw in the first leg, and then PSG can come back to Paris with like a 0-0 or a 1-1, like then I think there's a good chance for them to win. But the fact that like they have to go to Anfield, like okay, what if the first leg ends as a draw in Parc des Princes? Like I would say Liverpool has a very good chance of going through that, man. Like I don't see how PSG survive Anfield. They're
Yeah.
not really a good away team. So I don't know. I just think like Liverpool is like maybe like a 60-40, 55-45, something like that for me, man. That's
No,
like
but let's be honest. Let's be honest, right? Like as like the style has been like prepared and everything. Right now, the best player in the world is Ousmane Dembele. Uh, Dembele is very lethal to play. It's not easy to play against Dembele, and he's on form, red hot form too. So don't you think so? It's like it's a very tricky tie, from Liverpool point of view. I
I
mean, it's
think
not
I think
easy.
I
It's
think
not easy for
actually,
defense.
I
It's
want
not
to actually
like
like
can they
let's
contain?
no, but
Like my
let's
question
go into
is,
tactics a little bit, and I want to I'm just gonna give you a little bit of a little bit of some crumbs here, and then you can take a mile from the inch that I'm about to give you. I think Enrique's making a big kind of helping Liverpool a little bit here because the way PSG set up, Kvara's on one flank and Barcola's on the other flank, and then Dembele's in the middle. So you have your most dangerous player in the middle, but at the same time, Liverpool's best defenders are also their center backs. So Dembele is actually going to be mostly going up against Van Dijk and Konate in this game.
no, 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 no. But he doesn't play like that. What the way you're saying, bro? He's not
Mhm.
Mbappe, bro. Like
Yeah.
Dembele doesn't play like Mbappe. Like he is like a free man, like free role, bro. Like it's
Mhm.
like he can drop deep in number 10. He does overloads on the right, on the left. I've seen him, bro. So
Mhm.
Dembele is not easy player to track on man mark. What you guys are saying? It's not.
Yeah.
He's not like a Harry Kane. You know what I mean?
I think that's true too, but the thing is, I feel like from the games we played against Liverpool, bro, especially Konate is very good at going wide and defending those wide areas, man. Because I've seen him against Vinicius, for example, he did very well in the final, locking up Vinicius. So I think and because PSG don't play a striker, that allows him actually more freedom to go after Dembele a little bit and help Trent or Robertson or whoever. And you guys can chip in what you guys think, you know.
I still see it. Yeah, go ahead, Jalen.
No, I think Liverpool's fullbacks is gonna cause them a lot in the first leg, and I think PSG is gonna take an advantage to the second leg at Anfield, which I think is gonna end in a 1-1 draw.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
How about
Honestly,
pens? How about pens if this game goes to extra time?
No. I don't think PSG will survive extra time at Anfield.
Pence would be at Anfield. I don't think that's you don't survive
No,
it.
the problem.
But you guys really trust PSG to survive extra time at Anfield? I don't trust them to survive extra time.
I think for pens, right? This is just hypothetical, Anish. The problem is Alisson is not good at pens. Donnarumma is good at pens.
Yeah,
On
that's
the other
true.
hand, I think if Slot, the thing with Slot is that he's not very emotional. Like he has no attachment to certain players. So if Slot brings on Kelleher, then I think we win pens.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also PSG does not have good penalty takers, or they don't have any specialists at penalties.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah. PSG gives me France 2022 vibes. By the time they got to penalties,
Liverpool has
they
good
got
penalty
Mbappe.
takers.
Yeah,
So
even Robertson is good at pens. Van Dijk,
Yeah,
Trent,
Virgil.
McAllister,
Yeah, they have.
Salah, Gakpo,
So yeah, if it goes to Pence, Liverpool, but I don't think it's gonna go to Pence.
Jota.
If Liverpool thrash City on the weekend, does it mean anything?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Yes, I would say.
I think because still it's Etihad, right? Because if you look at Etihad, City drew against Arsenal at the Etihad. They were very it was 2-3 against Madrid, and it was mostly Ederson errors. At the Etihad, City's normally not bad. It's more so an away problem for City where they get destroyed by Madrid
But
and
if-
Arsenal.
But if I see Man City making a game out of this, then that will even more confirm to me that PSG is gonna go through to the next round. Because this Man City team, if this Man City team causes you issues, then I'm not that confident in you.
When is that game, by the way? When is that game? City
Sunday?
This is
It's Sunday.
Oh,
Sunday.
March 4th. March 4th, right? Liverpool PSG.
No, it was Liverpool City Sunday.
No, Liverpool PSG. This thing.
Oh,
I
Liverpool
think so.
PSG.
March 4th or 3rd, I guess.
if they drop points, bro, undisputed. I'm actually worried for them to drop points.
I say if we drop points, it'll get to a stage where Jalen, you're right. I just root for PSG to knock us out, man. Just knock us out. No more games. No,
But
I don't want anything but
I'm just worried about the new format, bro. Do you think this new format is a scam?
I think at this level, listen, at this stage, the whole format is the same, right? We're at a stage now where it's exactly as it was before. The whole league phase was a massive scam, man. We got nothing out of it other than a bit of money, which FSG are never gonna spend. By the way, they're just gonna steal it in their pockets and pretend it's some kind of wage. So,
But to be fair, at the same time, it's not UEFA's fault that PSG underperformed. and they
Yeah,
finished like 16th or something.
true. I think if it was just basic, it'd be like Liverpool against the 24th place team, blah blah blah, or something like
No, but I
18th
want to
place.
ask you this question, right? I want to ask you this question, okay? And this is a really interesting question. I hope you guys will understand, right? Being as a Madrid fan, why always we get the most of us opponents? Like, when was the last time we got like, easy like
No,
Celtics or
the Wolfsburg,
Yeah,
Pellegrini,
that
Man
season.
City.
Yeah, that
oh yeah,
was the
that's like
last time.
2016, 2016. Yeah,
Yeah,
2016.
I saw a
Yeah,
graphic with
that's kind of
each
weird, right?
opponents.
I feel like 2016 is the most forgotten UCL like Madrid have won. Like no one ever talks about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't.
bro,
It just wasn't very
word.
epic. It wasn't. It was very weak compared to like 2017 and
No, it
2018.
wasn't beautiful. It wasn't beautiful. I'll say that
Yeah,
way. I put it that way. But my question is like, if you're gonna bring that 2016, almost a decade, like then I can say for every team, bro, by that logic.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like since then, you guys have mostly had pretty tough draws, like in the knockouts.
yeah,
2017, 2018 were very
Bro,
tough.
we got
yeah.
2022
eliminated
Madrid
in
was
was.
very tough.
2020. People don't realize we faced Man City in 2020 in round of 16. People don't realize that. Like you know what I mean? And we got knocked out. So like it's
Yeah,
not like the worst team I think so on top of my memory we played
Probably
was last
Ajax.
season Leipzig.
Oh,
Like that's the like worst team we played in round of 16.
2021, you guys faced Liverpool and Chelsea, I think.
no, and Atalanta. I think Leipzig is worse than Atalanta. I don't know. That's close, honestly.
Yeah, but still like, I mean, like for me it's like how come Liverpool get like such a difficult job finishing first, bro? It's not like bro, technically they should like, they should have won the league, bro. They won the league phase though. So like they're
I
the
mean, to be
best
fair,
performing team.
they could have very
Yeah.
easily been Barcelona and be
Mm.
on that right side. It's just the draw, man. It's
No, but
50-50.
like for me, like okay, like there's no incentive now. Like there's 100% there is no incentive. Again, it's luck of draw then. So there is
Yeah,
no point of like just qualify for top eight and just hope for the best then. Then there, nothing changed then. You know what I mean? Nothing changed if you
yeah.
see it.
I think you just have to hope that like the big teams actually perform to their level because we were almost close to seeing an El Clasico round of 16. That could have
Yeah.
happened if you guys
Yeah.
hadn't won the final game.
No, but
So
like,
it
okay,
depends.
no. For example, right? Look at this. Look at how shit. Like, in my opinion, there should be something, right? Look at Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, they finished 1 point below than us. So, like, what's like one rank below than us. I guess so. Yeah. And who they face? Celtic, and who they're facing now? Leverkusen. So, I mean, they got the most easiest one, right? Like, let's be honest. Like, out of the big
Yeah,
teams. So, I feel this is kind of, I mean, rigged, low key. Like rigged in terms of just UEFA is just unfairly giving anyone like because I don't know how can you give Liverpool PSG right now at this stage of the season.
yeah. How do you guys feel about Arsenal and their chances?
Yeah, I have a question about that. Do you guys, if Liverpool drop
Yeah.
points against City, do you guys think Arsenal can win the Premier League?
I think
No,
Um,
bro.
this
They
is
don't
more
they,
of
they don't
a.
have the
It,
they don't have like
it's hard to
strikers,
say.
bro. They don't have
Like
attackers.
Arsenal
this
has
is
a lot
kind.
of tough games left. It's
Yeah.
not easy.
Yeah.
They
They still have to
can.
go to Anfield.
This is more of a UCL hangout, though. I do think Arsenal can like do really well in the UCL this year. But then again, I predicted that last year and they bottled it. Maybe this year they have more experience.
I don't know,
O-
man.
Okay, who's that front three then? Can you tell me? Just for
Merino, striker, Trossard, left wing.
Yeah, nah, this is their weakest area, bro. I don't see them making it far in the UCL.
Yeah,
Whoever's max.
I can only assume Saka like right wing when he come.
No,
The
Saka
crazy thing is
is, I think, is injured. Obviously.
Liverpool has a clearly better forward lineup than Arsenal because I think that's crazy because I think our forwards suck, but they're still clearly better than Arsenal. So I don't know.
so,
Yeah,
bro, like, you telling me a team without striker will reach semis?
But I mean, they're facing
no, I
PSV.
don't think they're going to reach semis. I think quarters max. I think
Okay,
either Atletico or Madrid knocks them out.
I don't know about Atletico versus Arsenal, man. Like I don't know about that.
It's going to be an ugly tie, but if it's Atletico versus Arsenal.
Oh God. Oh
Okay,
God.
by the way, do you want to segue into Atletico versus Real Madrid? Because that's like the other
Yeah, let's go.
very kind of controversial, like like tactical breakdown. And so this is actually very difficult, man, because I think both of these teams. I think this is like a semifinalist is coming out of this time, man, because I feel like Atletico, if they actually can get over the hump and beat Real Madrid for the first time in the Champions League, which I don't think they've ever beaten us in the Champions League, but if they can do that, I think like it would increase their confidence a lot, and I think like they potentially could make the final. So and for us, I feel like it works out well too because if we beat Atletico, then I think we're ready for Arsenal, and then if we beat Arsenal, then we're ready for potentially Liverpool or maybe even PSG, like whoever it is. So like. I would like us to get these harder opponents. Like I really hope Arsenal doesn't lose to PSV because I think like when we face tough opponents, it actually improves us. Like right now, I don't think we're ready to face Liverpool quite yet. I don't think we're ready to face Barca quite yet. But if we beat Atleti, if we beat Arsenal, then we can slowly improve and then get stronger over time and then become very strong at the end of the season. That was really, I think, something that like somebody brought up the 2016
You know
season. That
what?
was
You know what?
really,
The biggest critique from me as a Real Madrid fan. I haven't seen Real Madrid.
yeah,
Like this is the first time I'm looking for it. Like I mean, first time. Even in 2019, we beat Atleti.
yeah,
In La Liga, right? This is the
hmm
first time I've seen Real Madrid beating any big team except Man City. If you're going to consider Man City big, then I feel you're being disingenuous this season, just this
yeah.
season. So I feel like which big team we have beaten, So in order to give me the boost, okay, I mean Real Madrid can win UCL. Like, please, like there's none this season we have beaten a big team,
I
not
mean,
even
to be
Bilbao.
fair, Munza, it's hard to beat a big team when you start the game with 10 men with Vasquez playing at right back. So it's very
Okay, so
hard
whose
to
mistake is it? Is my mistake as a fan? I'm a fan, right? It's a
Mhm.
manager.
you know. I'm hearing
So
Carlo might keep Valverde as a right back. Though.
forget about keeping because he says something and does something else. So
Yeah,
I don't
that's
trust
true.
him. But yeah, but in my opinion, I I think so. Atletico should be favorites, like not slightly favorites. I say because of the history, past history, and second leg at Venda Metropolitano, when we haven't won there like since ages, So I don't think so. It's
Honestly,
easy draw,
I think
easy.
it's the first leg that's gonna decide this
Yeah,
tie.
yeah,
If Madrid wins, Madrid goes through to the
No,
next
but
round.
this is
Because
again
I think
past traumas you bringing because of Ronaldo scored a hat trick. I remember in 2017 season you're talking about, right? So
no,
even in
it's not. It's just
Mhm.
I'm looking at the recent record at the one that it's been a lot of draws, man. A lot of 1-1s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so if
when was
if
the last
Atletico,
time?
I think if
Well,
Atletico holds on for a draw, they can win this tie.
yes, for sure. And if they win that first leg, I actually think Madrid could go out.
yeah.
Yep. No,
We
Yeah.
that's the
basically
problem. That's the
like the key
problem.
for
Yeah.
us is that we have to play the first leg, like the
Like
entire
it's a
first leg.
final.
No, we like the second half of the game, the recent game between Atletico and Barca, like or Atletico and Real Madrid. Like we played the second half really well and we scored. And the first half was really poor, so we have to play like the whole game like that second half, and then I think we can go to
No,
Barca
that's
with a
too
win.
much to ask. In my opinion, score Jamie goal, win 1-0 minimum. That's and take the game like take it to the Vendor Metropolitano where it can go to extra time and you can do the game and then just go through. Like that's the only approach I can see it under Ancelotti. And Ancelotti is the worst Real Madrid manager, worst manager who has a worst record against Atletico Madrid. People don't realize this thing. So he
Yeah.
has other than Champions League final, I think so. Yeah, he has never beaten Atleti, if I'm not mistaken.
And the season after that.
2015. Yeah,
Yeah,
2015.
yeah, in 2015. That's madness. And in 2015, I think so he lost 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, we lost 4-0. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's the worst manager to play against Diego Simeone's team in Real Madrid history. So this game is tricky, I mean, we can like in my opinion, if we go early exit, we take early exit. Yeah, focus on League and Copa del Rey, in my opinion, because at least, I mean, then we can give 100% to Barcelona in La Liga, and Barcelona also have to play very tough games away, in Champions
Yeah.
League, sorry, in La Liga. And they have, and even by the way, both of them, they're gonna play each other before the Champions League, right? So it's gonna be
Yeah.
Copa del Rey. So
Yeah.
it's not gonna be easy for both the sides because, like, come on, like you cannot lose, right? Like a semifinal of a tournament, cup
I
competition.
can, I
So
can really see like I can really see like an Atleti Barca final if Atleti beat us.
I
I
feel
mean,
like even
it's
if
all
they,
set up. It's
even
all set up for an El Clasico final, though. If you really think about it.
If
no, no,
we
even if they beat
bro, come
Real,
on, it's been all
I
set up
can't
for
guarantee
last
it.
like how many years, bro? Last 10 years been
I
set
know
up like
we've
that,
been
bro.
saying that. We've
Shut the
been
fuck up,
saying that,
bro. I'm sorry. Don't give
and
me this vibe now. Yeah,
previous sides of both of these clubs deservedly were supposed to be there. So
in the final, right? Yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't think so it happens. But what I see is, like in my opinion, with regards to Atleti, they have a very tough away game at Barcelona, like at Montjuic, right? So it's not easy. So before they play us, like okay, yeah, we are playing Real Sociedad, and like it's okay, like take a L, because there's a second leg
No,
at home, so it's okay.
Atleti already played at Barcelona.
No, no, Copa
Copa
del
del
Rey,
Rey, Copa del Rey.
yeah,
Copa del
Copa
Rey,
del
sorry.
Rey, sorry.
Copa del Rey
Yeah.
semifinal, yeah. So they have to come on, like really, Barca would let go, like like playing at home, just beat Atleti, second leg advantage, like away, still because to beat Atleti at home at Wanda for like this Barca, it's not possible, bro. Like, so for
Atleti's
me,
playing different level football this year. Let's be honest.
yeah. So and Julian, by the way, ooh, he's showing
Julian,
up. Yeah,
Julian.
he's just showing up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I've been critiqued for him, but now, I mean, no, 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 no. He's been playing good. So I wouldn't be surprised, right, if Atleti, let's say, bottle the game against Barcelona, or let's say could do against Real Madrid. But I think so. They will be giving their 100% for Champions League, then Copa del Rey, in my opinion, because that's how
Barcelona,
it
right?
should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it should be because it favors them in the second leg at home. And by the way, both the competition, right? In Copa del Rey second leg and Champions League second leg is at home. So that's crazy, yeah, for them. So like they have advantage in both the competition against Madrid, Barca.
Yeah.
What if this is Atleti's year? What if let's say they win Champions League and Copa del Rey? What if like there's many big
I, I
ifs,
don't
right?
see I don't see Champions League winners in this team, personally.
Okay, if you beat Real Madrid, who are you afraid of? Liverpool?
Yeah, they can.
PSG?
Yeah,
No, no,
Liverpool.
no, no. Bro, they have beaten Liverpool at Anfield, bro. But the best version
No
of
way.
Liverpool. Yeah, they
Nah.
did. And that
No,
was
no,
also with
I'm,
away
I'm
goals, bro.
totally with Muta on this, by the way, dude. Because
Why did you afraid of Liverpool, bro?
yeah, if you can neutralize this Madrid attack, dude, then I think you can neutralize Liverpool's attack.
Anybody.
Here's the thing though. They beat Liverpool, but then they lost the next round to a weak Leipzig team.
Yeah, but this is the problem with Atleti. You as
Interesting.
a season, no, no, Jalen, you as a season fan, you know the shit, right? Atleti is shit against the when they're favorites.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Atletico thrives
But
when they
aren't
are
they going to be favorites
heavily
against
underdogs.
Arsenal if they beat
No,
Madrid?
actually, it's
No,
fifty
no,
fifty. It's
It's
50-50.
50
no.
50, bro, because
Yeah.
it's prem agendas, whatever.
Arsenal is going to be favorites there, bro. You
Yeah.
forget Arsenal were favorites to go through against Bayern Munich, and they
But I
lost.
mean, that's true. That's true. He's right. Yes, yes, they were, and they were heavy favorites, by the way. It's not
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
they
loose
were.
favorites. They're heavy, like 70-30,
bro.
bro.
Hey, guess what? Guess what, guys?
Hmm.
In going into the second leg, they were up a goal, and they were. I mean, they were down a goal. I'm sorry, they were down a goal, and they were still favored to go through. Like, how is that? How is that possible?
Hmm.
I
And they would
just can't
love to
trust
face
Atletico.
PSG, bro. By the way, they would love to face PSG, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Who,
You
Arsenal, right?
would.
They already played them
Atleti.
this
Yeah,
season.
Oh, Letty.
yeah,
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 Atleti already
Atleti.
beat them once, man, this season.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying, but again, they would love to, just bully them, bro. I'm not gonna
Bro,
lie.
honestly, if you're really thinking about it, the winner of this tie will probably win the Champions League.
I
Which
can see
one?
Be in
it.
the
They
final.
deserve to.
Madrid and Atleti?
Letty, yeah.
Nah, nah, chill, bro. Relax.
I
Relax,
think
bro.
Madrid, yes, but I don't trust Atletico. Sorry, I don't.
I see where he's coming from because they're known bottlers in the Champions League, but
Okay,
it's
wait. How
just
come Atletico are bottlers? Can you tell me how?
no. It's just like, bro, when it comes to the final, something happens. But I feel like I agree with who the guys who are saying like the winner, whoever wins that tie, is going in with insane confidence. They're like, bro,
Yeah,
bring anybody on.
it
Bring
is.
anybody on. We don't
Yeah,
care.
because she just knocked out a big boy.
Yeah, you just
So,
knocked out probably the best remaining team.
So, like one more thing I want to ask you, right? Like Arsenal, can they win? Honestly, let's be honest, right? Let's not just be prem biased, right? Can Arsenal beat PSV?
That's what I'm trying to say. That
yes.
bro,
I
they're
really
on
hope
the
so. They
next
do.
leg already. When
PSV,
you
right?
talk about the
Yes. Of
next
course.
Yeah,
leg,
PSV. Yeah, yeah.
when you
I
Easily,
talk
bro.
know.
I'm
about the
sorry. That's
next
easy,
round,
man. That's easy.
How
no,
that's
come
easy,
on.
bro? No, 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 no.
Bro,
Disrespect,
don't
man.
fall for what Liverpool, for what, sorry, not Liverpool, Juventus there, bro. Like, Juventus.
Juventus.
Okay, PSV is not a good team. Straight up.
I
Yeah, but if
mean,
you think about it,
And,
like,
and also, they won't create as many chances as they get against Juventus.
no,
bro,
listen to this, right?
who's
Listen to this,
Arsenal's
right?
front three, bro? Trossard,
Yeah,
Bro, it
number
doesn't matter,
10.
man. They'll score a goal. They'll get
Bro, but
chances.
quality is too low, man. Let's be
no,
honest, bro.
no,
The
no.
quality
You
matters to
think
some
that?
extent.
You think
You
that,
don't need
but
high quality against
you think
PSG,
that, but
bro.
Arsenal barely score goals in the league.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to say this, right? For that Real Madrid, I'm sorry going back to the Real Madrid Atletico tie. Um, I'm gonna be honest. If they can find a way to stop Rodrigo, there's a huge chance. Um, I think Rodrigo
But
is
they
what
always
makes.
stop Rodrigo, though, to be very honest with you.
Yeah, but
Not
I
all.
just feel like in big games, it's Vinny and Rodrigo who really
Actually,
makes
they
the
fucking
difference.
stop everyone, bro. Not gonna lie, bro. They stop fucking everyone.
I don't,
Bro,
I
bro, I've seen prime Lamine Yamal getting like manhandled, bro, very easily, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Atleti's the only actually player who stood up against Atleti this season is Rafinha, bro. Not gonna. He was the
that's
only
true.
guy who was like, bro. They pocketed Vinny, they pocketed Lewandowski, they pocketed Mbappe, they pocketed Belling, bro. That's madness, bro. The Atleti.
But the thing about Atletico too is like you can do all this pocketing and everything, but not have creativity on the final third.
Yeah, that's
So
how they play. That's how they play. That's how they
and
And
play.
they've had it.
and
They've
that's
had it
that's
this
gonna be
season.
their undoing. That's how I
Yeah,
see it.
they've had it this season.
Because
Griezmann and
okay,
Villarreal.
okay, guys, let me tell you something. Remember when Real Madrid played Ajax in I think it was it 2019, right? What's the difference between that Real Madrid and this Real Madrid?
Everything. Literally everything.
The reason why I'm saying this is they had to kill them off. I don't see Atletico doing that.
No, dude, but
And,
like
and
a better comparison is the City game like 2 years ago, dude.
yeah, 2 years ago, the
Yeah.
City game 2 years ago, when I think it was the semis, right, where they blew you guys out 4-0. That is what I'm saying. Like I don't see who's gonna take these guys down, and that's why honestly, if you look at it,
No one
Atletico
on
can
that
do all
bracket
this.
can
Yeah,
do that to them.
no one. Who? I mean, tell me who. Like aside from okay, maybe Liverpool, maybe PSG, but even
No,
Liverpool,
not
they
even
have the
Liverpool,
same.
bro.
No,
Yeah,
but
Liverpool
you
but
guys
doesn't
are
have
being
this.
reactionary with Man City, bro. Okay, okay, you guys need to understand. With Man City, okay, I'll tell
Mhm.
you, it's more of
Yeah,
a rivalry like
explain.
Bayern Munich. No, we need to have an upper hand over them in terms of numbers, which we had finally, right, this season. I
Hmm.
mean, so with Man City, it's more about the personal grudge, right? But
Hmm.
overall, as a functioning team, no, we are not that good to win Champions League. You need to understand. We have players, we have
Hmm.
names, you need to understand. But those names are not being used properly, not being got the best out of them. So don't be surprised if Mbappe score hat trick. Don't be surprised if he performs shit against which team you're playing, by the way, in this weekend. I forgot. Oh yeah,
No,
Girona.
Girona, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So don't be surprised, Mbappe, because we are not a functioning team the way Liverpool is, the way Barca is, the way Inter is. Don't
Mhm.
see us from that lens. We are just an individual. This season is so evident that we are like solely rely on individual players, bro. And that won't help us every time. And especially teams like Atleti, you need some little bit of like, discipline, system, some kind of passing, for example, what do you call blueprints, like under Zidane is totally different story, yo,
But
when it comes when it comes to Ancelotti.
Monta, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off, but I'm gonna be honest, right? Honestly, Real Madrid is not inspiring. This season, I'll be really honest with you guys. I feel like you guys need a manager who's gonna make you play that attractive football again that we know of Real Madrid. Like for example, right? The I think it
There's
was
no passing sequence. People need to understand, right? Like
that's another problem.
this, the first
That's
se
another
the
problem.
this is the in this season, right? First
Mm,
time I've seen the second goal against Man City came up from a build-up passing sequence.
that's
Like
true.
that was like, for me, oh my God, we did it. Finally this season, somehow some beautiful sequence goal. Like, you know
Mhm,
what I mean? That was more surprising for me than Mbappe making Guardiola like fall,
mhm.
for me, like I'm being very honest, bro. Like, Atleti
So
is very disciplined team.
would you take Xabi Alonso in the summer?
Of
I mean,
course.
I know you
100%.
guys are gonna win the Champions League, but
Oh
still,
my
would you
God,
take
look at
him?
this trauma. Look at this past traumas, bro. Like,
Why
bro,
not?
we
Why not
don't know
Bayern
yet.
Munich, or why shouldn't Bayern, the mighty Bayern
One of
Munich?
the Bayern Munich super team.
No, 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 no. I think Xabi Alonso needs to because right now Leverkusen he's done a great job. I give him credit for what he's done, but I think with Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid is a match made in heaven. That's how I see it.
You know what? Core? I think so. You are too afraid of Real Madrid and Man City because you think we beat Man City. Now we are absolutely favorites, this is what people are using this logic. But at the same time, they're saying, "Oh no, yeah, Man City is not that strong." True, but at the same time, they use argument, "Oh, but like it's a big performance." You know what I mean? Big draw. So
Mhm.
Yo,
like
quick
yeah,
questions to you guys, right? What
yeah.
is your dream final?
Me,
Dream
my dream
final?
final is the El Clasico.
El Clasico, El
Yeah,
Yeah,
Clasico.
that's my
Dream
dream
final,
final.
El Clasico.
Everyone wants a Clasico, man.
Yeah, I really want the El
100%,
Clasico.
100%. Like, if you ask the
Bro,
dream final,
I
that's
would
El
love to see
Clasico,
my
bro.
team in the final, but that is the best final.
no, but your team would be in the final if it's an El Clasico.
True. Actually,
You
true.
know, Liverpool Barca wouldn't be bad, but I
No,
feel
no,
like there
no.
isn't much.
Forget that. Liverpool are not worthy of being in
No,
the
but
final.
narratives, bro. Narratives is too much, bro, for that El Clasico
Exactly,
final,
bro.
bro.
Liverpool are not worthy of being in this final. Sorry.
But it never happened in UCL final ever, bro. So just imagine the bragging rights, bro. Just imagine the bragging rights. Bro,
Yeah, like
like,
that'll be like
That would
bro,
be
those
internal
bragging
bragging
rights are
or
too much,
something.
bro. Like for both the
Yeah,
clubs. So, bro, I think so there will be a
honestly
civil
for me.
rights in
El
world
Clasico,
football
that El
if El
Clasico
Clasico
final,
final.
like it has potential to be like the best final ever, bro.
yeah.
It'll
Yeah,
be so
yeah, I
good. The
agree.
way we play and the players that Madrid have, it'll be too good.
If it was a two-leg tie, I'd fancy Real Madrid. But since it's a
Yeah.
one-off game, anything can happen.
Bro,
Anything.
you know what? Honestly, just for final, can we take like, can we sign Xabi Alonso for final? That's just for final. Can we do that?
Why not
Can
just
we do that?
bring
Again,
Zidane
should
back,
only get
man? Bring
That's
injured.
Zidane.
Again,
true.
should only get
In
injured
one
or
of
something like
games, he's
that.
the best manager for one
Oh,
of
Zidane would
games.
be a problem.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
No, but
Zidane could be
why?
there.
Wait,
Why?
Muta,
You were disrespecting Bayern Munich like a couple minutes ago.
Muta, do you remember when Zidane always used to say tomorrow is a final? They're like that was
Oh my God, yeah.
hilarious.
Just for one game. Just if it's El Clasico final, just one game. I want Zidane.
Dude,
That's it. That's it.
once
That's it.
Zidane like
That's
says
it.
in the press
Yeah.
conference, dude, tomorrow is a final, it's over.
You
Bro,
guys,
Quite frankly,
and you know what?
if you're a
Hansi Flick, look, bro, people don't realize this, bro. If he wins Champions League and potential treble again with this Europa League Barcelona squad, bro, where we should rate him then?
No, he's
that's
good
a
I
point,
really
think so.
good
We should
already
rate
question.
him
better
like
than half
above.
of the
good
Champions League.
point,
That's
but
a,
that's a lot of ifs. That's a lot of ifs.
Yeah, but as things stand, Barca should be the favorites to win, right? Because of the nature of the pool and everything, right?
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if he wins, even okay, let's say not treble, let's say if he wins Champions League or La Liga or Copa del Rey or any of these two combination, right?
I don't
Bro, I
know how
think
the
so. He's shitting on
mighty
most managers.
I don't know how the mighty Bayern Munich aren't favorites, but yeah.
Please, I beg you. I beg you. We're
No, you
not.
know what? No, you know what? If he wins the Champions League with Barcelona, his Bayern Munich tenure will be like, it gives more of like, impression to the Bayern Munich victory too. Then people cannot shit on his Bayern Munich
Yeah,
Champions
you
League
can
as
say
well
COVID,
Champions
right?
League, yeah. A lot of people disrespect that Champions League
because of
because it
COVID
was
and all those
COVID.
things. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying, bro. So if Hansi Flick wins it and he's playing Barcelona with not at all Barcelona philosophy, you know what I mean? So if he wins without Barcelona's philosophy by playing this German style football, bro, it's madness. Like,
But
I
what?
mean,
Mhm.
would he be as greater as like a couple of other names which we have mentioned, like the Pep, like the Mourinho's, let's say Ancelotti.
Dude, I
Anyways,
think
yeah.
dude, the thing is that like I told you, Muthar, like I really respect managers that go balls out in the Champions League, man. Like play that high line, play that press,
Mhm.
make those
Be brave,
make those
right?
like
Be brave is what you're saying.
yeah, play direct, man. Like play direct. Or like Zidane does it, Klopp does it. I think like Flick definitely does it, but like Heinkes, of course, like needs no introduction. But like I already rate Flick higher than Pep in the Champions League dude, because his strategy is much more efficient for the Champions League than Pep. And I think like Mourinho, like okay, the Porto thing is really impressive. I think the Inter thing is like also impressive in another way, but like I feel like as time goes on and all these managers achieve different things, man. Like I think a lot of them surpassing him as well, man. So it's very like we'll see. History is going to be written this season for sure.
But I have a question, very interesting question I, because you just raised a very good point there. So the question is tactics more important to win Champions League or being courageous to like it helps you when you see what do you think?
I think you need to.
It's a
I
good
think like
balance of both.
it's like I think like you need to be courageous like with your tactics, man. Like if you can actually have tactics where like you can be courageous like and win, like that's like the key. I think honestly.
So you mean that if you be Gasperini, then you will be idiot.
Gasperini, like we've not seen. Can Gasperini manage a big club? Like we don't know that.
No, I mean Gasperini, like he does like all the courageous route, like I mean hyper attack, high line, blah 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 blah.
No,
Yeah,
I
but
think
But
he's
still,
just
like
a
like
manager
I
that
don't think
plays
anybody can
one
expect you
way.
to win with Atalanta and playing like that.
Yeah, but he's a manager that just plays one way, and that's it.
Honestly, in the UCL, you have to be very adaptable, bro, because
Yeah,
you're put in a lot of situations where you have to change your plans. You really do, and I feel like that's what Zidane was the best at.
Exactly.
Sometimes Zidane was going
I
all
am
out, but
unfortunate
sometimes he
that.
knew when to defend, and
no,
that's
okay, but
for
I have
me.
a
That's why
question.
he is
No, no,
successful.
I have
Yeah,
a
go ahead.
question, right? Like with Barcelona, with regards to Hansi Flick, not Barcelona, Hansi Flick, right? So the way we know Barcelona setup is, right? High line, timing, front three, time their runs, I mean, then blitz the opponent, right? That's how they do, right? And top of that, one more thing, their center backs, you have to give the credit, bro. Like Jules Koundé, then Inigo Martinez, the long balls are spot on too. So people are giving them
That's
credit for
Paul
that.
Kubarsi. That's Kubarsi.
Yeah, Pau Kubasi. And by the way, Jules Koundé I think so. There's one stat is the defender with the highest assist in La Liga this
Yeah,
season.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it shows a lot that like even the defenders they have to put the ball. Like it's not like just they're just spamming, Like it's like they actually
He's
mean
been
it. Like
he's been one
yeah.
of the most impressive players under
Yep.
this
Yep. Yeah.
Hansi
Yep.
Flick
Jules
system.
Koundé. And by the way, and you know what's a fun fact? Jules Koundé is not that fast, but he's been
Yeah, he's
amazing as a right back. So yeah, yeah. My question is, right? What do you think? Like for example, like this high line, will it get exposed, or it will be another revolution in world football, like what Pep did, right? Pep Barca did, right? Okay, no, you have to keep the ball. So now onwards, we see all the teams, playing high line and implementing this tactic. What do you think?
Um, I mean, let's be honest. It has been exposed quite a lot of times this season. Benfica, for example, like they scored 4 goals against us because of that high line. But the problem is like it's keeping us out. That's the problem for most teams. They don't know really how to defend against this attack.
Contain Barcelona, yeah.
Okay, but okay,
Yes.
you know what, Jalen? Then another question then, because if that's the thing, right? You're saying highline, right? So how much damage Barcelona can take in terms of conceding goals? Then what do you think? Like, let's say if you guys concede 2 goals, still you can be in back. Let's say if you concede 1 goal, still you can be in like back. Like, assuming you're playing super defensive team.
Oh, okay. See, that's why I said Inter would be a bad matchup because if we go 2-0 down against an Inter, I don't see us coming back from that. But
2
um,
0 2-0 in 180 minutes. Like you think you cannot come back, or can I like can take the game to extra time in one like 2 legs? There will be 2 legs, right? Assuming. It could be
I
Benfica. Who knows? Who knows? Benfica was set back, because they learned their lesson and they like not just necessarily Inter, but I'm just saying, right? So how much damage you guys can take against deep block opposition in terms of conceding goals, but still you can win the tie.
I I think 2 goals max, bro. 2 goals max. Anything higher than that, we're not coming back against a low block. But here's the thing with Benfica, right? Benfica, even though second half they tried the low block, they still don't know how to defend as a unit, which is why we were able to score goals. Like I've seen like lower level La Liga teams defend better than Benfica. For example, Getafe, Leganes, Las Palmas, like these guys defend better as a unit than Benfica. So as a unit, if you are good defensively, I think 2 goals. If you have a 2 goal advantage over us, we're not coming back from that. 100%, we're not coming back from that. 1 goal, of course, 1 goal is like anyone can still grab the game, but 2 goals against
So
this
you're
flick
telling me
team,
in 180 minutes, if you guys can say 2 goals, you guys are losing against deep
100.
block.
Yeah, we're losing against an Inter. We're losing. I'm telling you that right now. We're losing.
2 goals, bro, nothing, bro. Come on,
You
bro.
know,
Conceding two
it's
goals
funny.
in
We're
180
giving
minutes.
we're giving props to a team
We're
like
losing.
Inter, but stylistically, I think even Lille will be tough for Barcelona.
Yeah. Actually, Lille, it's a bit defensive, right?
Lille
Yeah.
is
Yeah, and
very
they're beating
the
us. Yeah,
way
they're
they
beating
set up
us.
is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, they beat Madrid, and they beat
Yeah.
Atletico.
And
This is
exactly by
what I
parking
think
the
the
bus.
trap
Yeah.
game could be for Barca, man. If
But here's the
Dortmund,
thing, though: how good are they as a unit
No, I'm
defensively?
telling. It's not even that how they're
they
Uh,
good.
know how to
It's just
defend,
Park
man.
the
They know
bus
how
and
to defend.
inshallah, bro. Park the
yeah,
bus and
they're not
inshallah.
trying to play football. Is the thing. They're not trying to play.
Oh Lord. Yeah,
Park the bus
we
and
cannot
inshallah, bro.
No, but
afford
dude,
And
to.
those are the
Jalen,
teams
like
Barcelona struggle against
no, but
who
Jalen, the
don't
key
want
is
to
that
play
you
football.
really gotta hope that Dortmund beats them, man. Because if Lille goes through Dortmund,
Yeah,
like that's
yeah,
what that's
yeah.
why I told you.
Exactly.
Like, I
That's
literally
what I
said it
said
at the very
earlier.
beginning, man. I said it at the
Honestly,
very
if
beginning.
Dortmund
It's gonna be
wins,
them. Yeah.
then them seal Barcelona's ticket to the final, basically.
Because Dortmund, we know how Dortmund plays. Dortmund, they play high line as well, as same as Barcelona.
Yeah.
They take risks, and that suits us. So I that's why I said I would much rather play Dortmund than Lille, because
Yeah.
Lille defensively they're a problem.
Like I actually think Barca would beat Inter dude, because I think like Inter's defense is not as good as people think it is. Like I think like this defense can be cut open, man.
It can
Because
be got at.
yeah, because dude, like they got Pavard in the back, man, and a Serbi who are not even that good. Like, does anybody really rate Pavard, dude? I think he's a fucking bum, bro. Honestly, like
They've
I
been
think
changing.
like
They've been changing recently. They got this young guy that they signed that they be playing. They don't play those guys anymore. They don't play like Pavard and.
yeah, but he started against Juve.
Oh, he did. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
I
okay,
don't
okay,
know.
okay. So my thing is like ultimately the way you are saying it, right? So the only way to beat Barca, so the only way Barca to win, assuming Inter in semis, assuming or any deep block like Lille in semis, sorry, in quarters, right? So you're telling me that like they have to make sure don't concede the goal, but that's how not Barca plays. But Barca don't care about conceding goals.
Yeah,
If you see that,
yeah.
so.
Mm.
So it's like if like of course you guys defend with numbers. I've seen it, bro. People think Barca doesn't defend with numbers. They do, bro. They do. Once they score goal, like they've been learning to defend with numbers, which is another impressive way of how to
They
say playing,
actually
bro.
defend pretty well, by the way, when they
Uh,
do though.
yeah.
I
So
think when
so
we want to defend, we defend pretty well. But that's the thing; we don't actually defend very often. Like
in my opinion, the
usually,
only area of worry for Barcelona is goalkeeper, like as things stands, and you know what for Barca, the way the more game goes deeper. And this like let's say they haven't opened the score line, the more it's like dangerous for Barcelona. Regardless of any team or like obviously team that will be deep block against Barca, you have to expect that. So and there's no brainer in that. Like a team will gonna come and play high line. Otherwise, they will get battered the way we got it, right? So 100%. So we have to expect even Benfica, they're gonna come with the deep block. 100% they have to. There's no option for them to go and exploit and just shot on their foot, right? So what do you think? Like ultimately, can Barca contain the opposition? Let's say, even if it's Benfica or Lille, let's say that. Can they contain them, like by strategy, or what do you think, Jay?
yeah. I think we can definitely contain Benfica. Listen, I don't really think Benfica played that well when we played them in the first game. I feel like two of their goals came from mistakes from Chesney. Like if you watch the game, like he literally tackled Balde and the guy went through on goal. And the other
Mm-hmm.
one was the penalty, which was another mistake. But in that second half, like I feel like Benfica, like their low block was just not good enough. Like they did
No,
not defend
and they
well.
completely like, I mean, it's like I feel you know what, low key, don't get me wrong. I just don't want to say that Benfica is a very good team, but they got cocky in the second half.
Yeah,
I've
exactly.
seen it. They got cocky, bro. They said, okay, 3-1.
Yeah, as in they
We,
thought the game
yeah,
was already won. You
game
can
was
never
done,
think
bro.
that.
Yeah,
You can never
yeah.
think that, especially against
Mm.
Barcelona.
And
But
honestly,
even
like
no, no, but let's say if you take out Rafinha from that game, yeah, Barcelona's losing that game, 100%. Let's say
yeah,
like Rafinha, bro, Rafinha, like I mean, he motivated that comeback, bro. That's why people need to understand, like the Ballon d'Or shot for this guy is legit. It's not just like just based on his big game performance. No, no,
yeah,
it's legit.
he's
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
He is being the best player for Barcelona this season. I've been saying like and not just for Barcelona, actually in world football. If you see it, the way he's performing. So yeah, man, Rafinha is a big problem for Benfica or for any team, in my opinion, bro. Because this guy, bro, like his timing of the runs is the perfect. Top of that, he's so flexible, bro. Like he goes everywhere. He comes number 10. He comes in central midfield, bro. Like
Mhm.
where the marker will go, where? Like let's say he doesn't play like a left winger, what people think. No, 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 no. He's free roam. He's free roam, bro.
Yeah,
Lamine
yes,
Yamal is there's I can clearly see there's instructions from Lamine Yamal to hold up his position, right? Like right wing and cut inside. That's like signature move, right? Same goes for Lewandowski. He needs to maximum Lewandowski can do is like hold up play, come down, right? But Rafinha, bro, he does 2-1, bro. For let's say Alejandro Balde, he does 2-1 with him. Then if in the box, sorry, in number 14 zone, if he wants to do 2-1 with Lewandowski, put extra pressure on DM, and does 2-1, and Barcelona gets the break. You know what I mean? So this guy's
mm,
been dangerous, man. It's not easy to stop Rafinha. I'm telling you, it's
yeah,
easy to man mark Yamal, Lewandowski, these guys, Pedri. Of course, he's midfielder, so it's easy for Mark Pedri and all these guys. But this guy, oh my God, he's very unpredictable in his playing style. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward for him, bro. Like in this games, like upcoming games, bro, for Barcelona. Very
mm,
interesting player.
Yeah.
Very interesting player. And what do
yeah,
you think? What do you think if Barca wins, right? Let's say Barca wins Champions League. Do you guys give him Ballon d'Or over
yeah. I
Salah?
mean, it obviously depends on what he does in a knockout stage because he can't just be a passenger. He has to show up. So
No,
if
no,
he shows up,
100%, 100%, 100%
yeah,
for
if he
sure, bro.
shows up,
Yeah.
then
No, no, no. Mark my
yeah,
words. Mark my words. If Rafinha doesn't show up, Barca's losing. If Rafinha shows up, Barca's
yeah, yeah,
winning.
yeah.
So
In big games, he's actually
yeah.
like
Yeah.
our most clutch player for
Bro,
sure.
people don't realize the thing is, Jalen, right? Like they're mostly casuals, right? They watch Barcelona either in El Clasico or maybe in Champions League. That's it, bro. If you watch
Yeah,
week in, week out, bro, Rafinha is so good. He's
he does a
dribbling.
lot.
Like and bro, he receives ball next to what's his name, Casado. I've seen like he's
Hmm.
dropping there, bro, in center, like number 14 zone, bro. Which attacker right now in world football drops to number 14 zone, bro? To receive the ball. Like, I mean, and so he creates like, 2 versus 1 situation, like, usually everywhere on the pitch. That's
Hmm.
madness, bro. Like this guy is dangerous for Barcelona, and what a comeback story for him, bro.
Yeah. So
Yeah, man.
100%,
Hmm.
we need him to show up in this game in these knockout stages. Yamal as well. I feel like Yamal in recent weeks has kind of dropped form. I feel like he's a bit reckless in front of goal, and that's the last thing we need against Benfica, bro. So we need him to show up. Lewandowski as well. Although I don't have high expectations of Lewandowski, but the wingers are very important. Pedri as well, and yeah, if those guys show up, I think we can reach the final,
Hmm.
and maybe we'll get an El Clasico final, bro. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm.
I hope so.
I don't think so, bro. Never happen.
Big
Either Madrid or
maybe.
Barca,
It
I
Big
never
think one will be
maybe. But
losing.
happens.
you guys
Yeah.
are more concerned about Madrid, but I'm more concerned about Barcelona. I don't know what this team is doing to deserve to be there.
No,
So
I'm more
we have
concerned
to be
that, like,
showed it.
to be honest, I'm more concerned about Atleti game, bro, because this is the only tie which I said to Was. I said in like, like in off live, in Discord thing, right? That impossible, bro. They're gonna give us Leverkusen. Impossible,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, we
Impossible, bro. And I said same thing with City. I said, brother, it's City, bro. Relax, it's City, bro. So like these UEFA is trying too hard not to make it because I understand from UEFA perspective. I'm not talking as a Madrid fan. Of course, as a Madrid fan, I'm disappointed. But as a football fan, of course, you cannot allow Madrid to win every season, bro. This is Champions League, my friend. This is not like La Ligas or your Premier Leagues, bro. So
But one thing you guys really aren't given to consideration because we're talking about it earlier. Like we're talking about, oh, is this team looks like a Champions League winning team? When you look at this Barcelona side, does that really look like a Champions League winning team to you?
give kudos to Hansi Flick. This is the thing.
Yeah, but Hansi Flick can only do so much.
I got a response to that actually. Did Chelsea 21 look like a Champions League winning team?
Okay, but they had a decent goalkeeper, bro. This team does not have a goalkeeper, bro.
No, okay, man. Come on, go.
Okay,
Okay,
but
but okay.
they got the highest scoring front three in Europe.
No, they don't.
Goalkeeper, if anything, is one of the most important positions in this style of
It's your
game.
goalkeeper and your goal scorers. I think that they're both equally big.
I think a lot of our players at the beginning of the season, like they had this reputations of being bumps. So like Rafinha, like he was getting called fake Brazilian, bro. Like, let's be honest, everyone called him a fake Brazilian.
He
True,
still
true,
is.
Everyone
true,
said
true.
everyone said Lewandowski's washed.
Yep.
Kunde, he was a bit shaky. Inigo Martinez, like no one
No
rated
name, no
Inigo
name. Yeah,
Martinez.
no name defender. I don't, I don't, I don't. No,
And
even
then
Alejandro Balde. Where was Alejandro Balde last season under
yeah,
Xavi?
he had a
Like,
ACL injury, so no
yeah,
one
yeah.
really.
Yeah, and
So a lot of
okay,
these,
who's no, 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 who's Mark Casado? Who's
yeah,
Fermin
exactly. It was
Lopez, bro?
Marcelo.
Like like it's madness. And
Yeah,
even Danny Olmo, bro. Danny Olmo, people realize like okay, he used to play for RB Leipzig, but like like in world football, other than Euros, nobody used to read Danny Olmo. Who the fuck is Danny Olmo, bro? Let's be honest, right? So so
exactly.
so it has to go on manager, bro. Like you have to give kudos to manager. How come? It cannot be coincidence, bro, because this team was Europa League level squad, and I said I still believe in that. To be very honest, like the squad quality is not there, but still, like how come this team is like punching above the weight? It has to be manager and system, bro. Like come on.
I actually do agree with you because this team is
Mm.
outperforming its current level. I don't think
Yeah,
they're
it's, I did not expect this at the beginning of this. I did not think we would play like anywhere near as good as. Bro, we
yeah,
scored like 115 goals, bro. What?
that's a
Yeah.
lot.
Mm.
That's a
This
And
lot.
dude,
this
that's
country
why I
is.
told Mutal, man, like we gotta upgrade our manager, bro. Like we
Yep.
really do if
Manager
we want
makes
to get
big
close.
difference, bro. Manager,
Yeah.
bro. And I've said it, bro, in football, and especially in modern football, those days are gone where, okay, you can rely on individual. There, you need manager, brother. You need manager who knows, like, like who believes. And by the way, one more, like, I have to give credit to Hansi Flick, bro, because Barcelona was not even dark horse, bro. Not even dark horse. Let's be honest, bro. People don't even respected them as a dark horse, bro. Let's be honest,
Yeah,
right? And this guy, Hansi Flick. Barcelona was conceding goals. They have conceded a lot of goals this season, right? But people say, like, the biggest criticism for him, how long he will be stubborn on his highline shit, right? And you're like, oh, some point we get like exploited. Not yet now. Not yet. Not yet. And it's been performing. And it's not like, okay, just out of the fluke, it's not working. No, 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 no. They have been clearly working on training ground. You can see that. Like highlight mention. Bro, a team, how come a team like can pull out the most successful offsides in this season, bro? I haven't seen a team who pulled that much successful offside trap, you know what I mean? Before, to be very honest.
mhm.
Yeah, the amount of like training they
Like,
must be doing is
yeah.
crazy.
Bro, and I've said this thing to Jalen, I guess. So they have been working out since the preseason, from the first day of Hansi Flick. It's been 8 months now. So this team
Yeah,
is grilled. This team is grilled. So the only way you can beat Barcelona is you have to be disciplined as fuck. You have to be
yeah,
disciplined as fuck and score jammy goal. That's how you beat Barcelona, bro. You cannot beat Barcelona, for example, let's say, forget about playing good. If there is like lapses in your defense, this and that, like you try to play even mid block, even trying to play mid block is very dangerous right now against Barcelona. At least get your first leg result, You win that first half. You know what? You can attack Barcelona, but in phases. Let's say 5 minutes, 10 minutes of the game, you can attack Barcelona, get goal. You can attack them in phases, but
Yeah.
not the entirety of the game, which Ancelotti didn't understand. That's stupid. And same goes for Vincent Company.
Actually, there's a way. I think the only way you can beat Barca, like playing an attacking style is first, like you need a much better midfield than they have, which is like not very common in Europe right now. And secondly, like you need to beat them at their own game, which is like kind of like not in terms of like just passing and possession, but you actually have to like press Barca when they build out of the back very well. Because they're a team
Yes.
that builds from the back too. So like you have to press very efficiently and you have to beat them in the pressing game, not the possession game,
Yes.
but the pressing game. If you press
You know,
better and you
Vasu,
have a better midfield, you
I'm
can
happy you brought that up because the two teams that outplayed us this season was Betis and Sociedad, and they played exactly the way you just said. How
yeah.
you can be Barcelona in an attacking style, exactly like that.
Dude, and it just makes me miss Zidane, man, because Zidane like was so good at doing this kind of things, man. Defending,
Bro, you
pressing.
bro,
Pressing,
you
pressing.
cannot get outplayed by Betis this year. You know how bad Betis are?
Bro, I'm telling you, go rewind it. Bro, they should have won
Oh,
like
dude,
5-2, bro. I'm not
don't
even.
they have the best right winger in the world right
No,
now?
no, but you know what, Vishwa, you know what, Then you don't question teams, you question the level of managers then in world football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I understood your question. When Betis can outplay Barcelona, why not one of the big giants? So you don't question team or players. I think so. It's not players, it's not team, it's manager who can. Why they don't understand this shit, bro? Like why? Bordolas, bro, Bordolas. Who the fuck is Bordolas, bro? Get half a manager, right? I mean, when he can get the result against Barcelona. So what happened to your big teams, bro? Your Real Madrid, your Liverpools, your Arsenals, or whatever, right? Your Inter. So it's manager, in my opinion, bro. Like managers, like they're not putting 100% against Barcelona. Maybe it's a matter of respect that they don't care as of now. But right now, as the things going on, all of you guys, all the top managers in world football should see Barcelona as like a threat. It's not
Yeah.
just a normal threat; it's a revolutionary threat. Because if Barca wins treble, so it's like now it's like of course Pep didn't invent it tiki taka, but I'm just saying, right? The way he implemented in modern football, boom, and everybody's trying to copy it, like because you're getting results, you're getting trophies, you're getting games, goals. You know what I mean? So. It's a very big threat in world football for our managers to understand that, okay, this is not how we experiment. This is how we should play. So
Look,
I feel it's managers' work.
you guys want to give Barcelona a lot of credit to still be in the league, but
Yep.
quite frankly, I don't think so. I think the league is over for Barcelona. The
How it's
teams they've
over.
already lost to. I mean, Xavi didn't win the league with way less losses than that. Like, how can you allow this Barcelona team to win the league?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, you're criticizing Real Madrid and Atletico. Yeah, okay, I got it. Got it. Okay, I thought you're criticizing Barcelona. Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I'm
yeah,
just like you
yeah.
cannot allow
100%. No,
Barcelona
and,
to.
and and it's a responsibility of a manager, a management, because like for players, like let's be honest, right? Players, it's up to certain players, right? How much they can perform. Even if you put Messi, there's only some extent Messi can perform, right? And you can see Barcelona losing in Champions League, right? Because many people blame managers, right? So to some extent, managers are the most important and most vital for the other clubs to understand. Okay, this boss is playing. You know what? They outscore the opposition. So it means that, like, it's very rare for them to drop points, but it happened like initially in the season where they were dropping points. But I'm saying right now, right? So it's common sense, bro. Like from other managers. And you cannot drop points in La Liga, for example. Real Madrid, you cannot drop points. Atletico Madrid, you cannot drop points, bro. So like you blame yourself, bro, rather than, saying that Barcelona's weaker team or squad, sorry.
Mhm.
That's how it is, bro. That's how I've been saying to Madrid fans. Okay, you talk as many as UCLs or La Ligas you want, but if you talk about this season, you as a club, as a management, fail. And you want to blame Ancelotti, you want to blame anyone. Same goes for Atletico Madrid. You guys fail because you don't allow Barcelona like to win like that. Like and that also not just La Liga, Champions League and Copa del Rey. No, 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 no. There's something wrong with your managers then.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you bitch.
I don't want to say his name.
Mhm.
Which one? That
Dinosaur,
gorilla? That
dinosaur,
gorilla?
Italian dinosaur,
Mm.
Italian
No,
dinosaur.
he who shall not be named. He who
No,
Voldemort, bro.
who shall
no,
not
no,
be
Voldemort.
no, no, no. He said, I've been managing from last 30 years, bro. My G, retire then, bro. Last 30 years in management, that's not even player career, right? I'm talking about just as a manager. So, bro, retire, bro. It's time to go.
I don't want to fall under my own trap again, but my own trap, by the way. But the team to really look out for on that side of the bracket is not Barcelona. It's not Inter Milan either.
It's Lille, you saying?
It's Leverkusen, man.
I hope so they do good. It's
Hmm.
like my
Leverkusen.
boy, Madrid boy, can do
Oh,
something.
your boy. Yeah.
Yeah. Madridista, ex-Madridista. I
Yeah,
hope.
your boy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but I hope so. He does something good. Yeah, I hope he doesn't like collapse. Otherwise, Vishu, I'm gonna catch you.
Okay, catch me, but like I'm also just trying to pick a team that no one else is picking. So
You're going to destroy your legacy, bro.
Destroy legacy, yeah, bro. But if Xabi reaches final, bro, man, it's crazy, crazy,
Heavy.
well, you should
crazy.
reach semis. You should reach semis.
Even semis is crazy for him. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For that team, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like Leicester City in Champions League.
I
Good
don't know if
time.
I go that far, but yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, look at the pool, bro. Like, it's not like like they're playing Liverpool
It's
or
not that
Madrid
hard.
there.
It's
Yeah,
not
to
that
reach
hard.
semis. Yeah.
Clearly, the other side is way harder. Way
Uh,
harder.
So what's the point of this new format then? Didn't know it's well spread
No
that
idea.
shit, man.
No idea. I'm the wrong person to ask.
a question for you guys. Can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me?
No.
What's the question, dude? What's the question?
The question is,
Which
can you
one?
hear me?
No, that's not a question. Which one
Are,
would you
are you
rather
wearing
win?
ladies' underwear? Oh.
What's the question?
I'm saying, which one would you rather win? Would you rather win a Club World Cup or
Oh,
a Champions League?
dude, what the
Bro, who care about Club World Cup,
I
bro?
what the
No,
personally,
look, because let me
I
tell you
want to.
something. I honestly
Personally,
will
I
say,
think that's a good question. And personally, I'd win the Bundesliga again and again and again.
dude, you know what? I would rather win a gold cup, man, bro. CONCACAF gold cup, bro. Like,
CONCACAF Gold Cup.
the reason why I'm saying this, Nish, is because the Club World Cup is
In
getting
Club
more.
World Cup, we're gonna see Inter Miami, Al Ahly. I mean, we're gonna see
Yes.
Yeah,
world
Dude,
class
more
teams.
that.
dude, with given how exhausting this season is, dude, like I wouldn't be surprised if all the European clubs just got together and decided to send their B teams, man. Like I really wouldn't be surprised. I don't think any player wants to do
No,
They're
that.
no, no, no.
already
FIFA will
complaining
no,
about.
no, 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 no.
They're
FIFA
already
will
complaining
impose
about how many
sanctions.
extra games there are,
No,
man.
you cannot do that, bro. FIFA will gonna mess
No, but
up, bro.
they can do it, bro. Because who's to stop them? The teams can
Who's
play
gonna
No,
whatever.
stop
no,
them?
no. It's FIFA's competition. It's
It's
not
FIFA,
UEFA, bro.
yeah.
Nobody
It's
care
not
about UEFA,
UEFA.
bro.
No, but
Yeah.
the,
Bro,
no,
it's
but the
FIFA.
manager can start whoever he wants, bro. Like,
Yeah,
how can they
exactly.
stop him? Like,
No, 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 no. Come on,
no.
bro. We are we are thinking that, come on, we all know that football is like, behind the scenes is a different story, bro.
Hmm.
No.
Like, come on, bro. You think, bro, clubs will get official statements from UEFA, like FIFA, bro. What
Yeah.
the heck? Bro, like, come on, like, and let's be honest, bro. Infantino is like powerful person, bro. It's not like Sheffield.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just play garbage and just lose.
oh.
Uh,
By the way, Man City and Chelsea is in World Cup, right? In FIFA World Cup, right?
Yeah,
They are
Club
in
World
World
Cup.
Dude,
Yeah.
don't be
Cup.
surprised if you see Man City and Chelsea fans saying it's bigger than the Champions League. But
Yeah.
they might humor you for with that question.
personally,
Hey,
I want to see the Mamelodi Sundowns play Inter
Dude, but you
Miami.
know what I don't understand, dude? Like, why are Man City fans so triggered at us for like all of a sudden, bro? Like, what the hell? Like,
no,
we
it's
should even.
personal battle, bro. It's personal
It's
battle. So, so,
personal. Yeah.
so
No,
they
but it's
think, they think, they think, like, to be honest, like, with all due respect for Man City, but I don't have that much respect. But yeah, but they think like we're gonna end up like Liverpool, like you know what the
No,
way they have.
they must have been triggered by what
Yeah.
Mbappe
No,
was
no, 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 no,
doing
no, 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 no.
in his celebration.
No, no, 8 seasons, right? Like in Premier League, now they're used to dominate teams, right? They think, okay, nobody can come and have a better record on us, right?
Mhm.
So once now they get it, like they're not like it's very difficult to swallow the pill. And top of that, Rodri Ballon d'Or controversy and all those
Yeah.
things, it
Yeah.
backfired them. It's like battle for the best club title. That's how it is, right? So
Yeah.
it's like Barca Madrid, bro. It's like Barca Madrid situation, but in Europe.
Yeah, to be honest, Man City, like, and even Iker Casillas said it, they really displaced Bayern Munich as our main rival in the Champions League.
But my
Honestly.
thing is when
They
Bayern
did.
cannot this when Bayern cannot like dismantle like for 20-25 years we had that kind of rivalry with Bayern in Europe, right?
Yeah, we did.
So and
Mhm.
Bayern is like way more impressive in terms of well-run club, players, history, this and that, right? And Man City. Then I don't think so. I'm afraid of Man City. Yeah. Like if we meet them again, we're gonna kick them out next season as well.
Yeah, I really think we are too because as a team they look pretty tired, man. Like I honestly
Mm.
think that the next season's Premier League is going to be really unpredictable because like all these teams look kind of dusted, man. I'm not gonna lie. Arsenal might
Yeah.
actually win it for once.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Because Liverpool are going to lose all their stars, and then you'll
Oh,
see.
in my opinion, don't get me wrong, but let's be honest, the way PSG is working on signing on players, I feel Prem teams, who, like I don't think that any of the Prem teams will be as strong as like this season, like next season. I feel like that. I don't think so. There'll be
City,
like a lot
City,
of.
City will figure it out
So they
eventually.
will figure it
You
out,
might.
but to what extent? It depends, right? To
Yeah.
what extent? Like, will they figure it out to original form, or
No,
will it be like?
they'll figure as in they'll get Rodri back, and all these players will start fitting into the team organically. You know that.
But I think they need to let
Yeah,
go of Pep.
yeah.
They need
But
to
how
let go of
much?
Pep. Pep
No, no,
is the
no, 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 no. If Pep leaves,
Yeah,
bro, Man
He's
you're
City
the
right.
all
You're
right.
right.
problem.
And then
He's
they
the
can replace him
problem.
with Vincent Company. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
no,
Way
but
better manager.
honestly, I think Company and City is a
Yeah.
match made in heaven too.
What?
I'll tell you.
No, no, no. I don't. Why would he
Actually,
downgrade? He's
actually,
already at the biggest club in Europe, right?
and I'll tell you
He's
why.
already
I'll
at the
tell you
biggest
why.
club in Europe.
I'll tell you why.
Do so he can
Him,
take them back to the second division.
Yeah,
no, no, no,
exactly.
no, no. Him. If he proves himself in Bayern, that's an easy ticket to go to City. City need a manager right now, bro. Like
If you prove
Pep
yourself
is
at
not
Bayern
it.
Munich, there's no moving. Then you would just stay.
No, I think Pep is gonna leave this summer. I have a funny feeling. I
He's
don't
not
see him
going to.
staying.
He's
No,
already
he signed
confirmed it,
3-year contract extension, bro.
and he just confirmed it in the press conference right after
And
the
by the
Madrid
way,
game.
forget about what that 1-1-5 charges and all the bull crap, bro. Those are bull crap, bro. Not, bro. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. City is not just running the I mean, City of sorry, I mean Premier League. They're oh my God, they're one of the highest revenue generation business in Manchester right now. They're
I
pouring billions of pounds every year in Manchester. So overall,
yeah.
as a city, look at the employees they hire. Ah, no, 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 no. Fuck that, bro. Do you think they're gonna charge City with 115 charges? Nah, nah. I don't think so. So, bro, City, and on top of that, they're the best performing club from England. So
Yeah,
I
right
don't
now.
know, like, yeah, not right now. In last 8 years, in my
Last
opinion.
8 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So how you can ban City or relegate them? It's
Yeah,
impossible.
that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Mm. All right. So, like, do you guys have any final thoughts, or can we wrap this up? We're like close to the three
Now I have
hour
a
mark.
question. I have a question. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to
What's
ask
up?
the panelists one question and one team each, right? Which team will win
Yeah, we
Champions League?
can keep discussing that. Like, I got all night. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Which team will win UCL for you? Like be straight, no more bullshit. No
oh
more
man,
bullshit.
I've always been honest, and I'll always be honest.
Oh my
We all know where this is going. We,
god.
we
Oh,
all know
here
where this is. Like
we
it's
go.
not something that like you have to even think twice. This is you know this is where it's going, and it's definitely
Just
gonna happen.
lube me up, core man. Lube me up.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
and this is the main reason why I say this. There's too much panic stations in teams. Like teams panic against this team. I don't know why. I don't know if it's maybe they see the Madrid statue or something. I don't know what it is, but they panic, you know.
But they themselves never panic. How does it make any sense, man? I
Yeah,
hate it.
because that's what I'm saying. Football is
The
anime.
power of friendship, man.
Football is anime,
The power
right?
of many,
It
man.
looks
It's the
like
power of
anime.
many.
So,
The power of
so
two.
for
The
example,
power
right?
of two, the power of many.
Yeah. For example, I'll say this: even if let's say we get this El Clasico final, all right,
The power within.
what's to tell you that Mbappe will not score 1v1 against the Chesney?
Though,
I
you
mean,
know what, dude?
come
I
on.
actually fancy our chances in El Clasico final because, like, of
It's
the
not-
route. It's just
come
the
on,
route,
bro.
dude. Like, it's like
Come on,
no,
bro.
no, no. Let's be honest. We can't, like, if the game was today, we wouldn't be able to beat Barca. But like, if we beat Atleti, if we beat Arsenal, if we beat like
Come
Liverpool or
on.
PSG, like then like we'll be ready for Barca, man. Do you understand? You get what I'm
And
saying?
and let me tell you something. Mentally, Real Madrid are mentality monsters. They just have done it, been there, done. Look, the last year, right? When you guys, I think it was in the Champions League, right? What did you guys do against City? The same thing. The semifinals against Bayern Munich. You just knew how to get through those teams. You didn't play good, but you still went through.
Actually, we
That
played
is,
good against Bayern Munich, not gonna lie.
you said what?
We played very good against Bayern Munich, and we were very good against Man City in the first leg
Yes,
last
yes,
season.
I agree. But I've seen Champions Leagues where you guys have shithoused yourself all the way to the final and won it. Yeah, I've seen it. I've actually seen it 2017, 18. You could even talk about the 15, 16 one too.
Honestly, in 2017, the only shit house we made was against Bayern Munich.
Yes. You see. So that's what I'm saying. Like
That was the only
honestly,
game. Yeah.
honestly, I see it being Real Madrid. I just think that there's no one ready to really compete with them. No one really ready to go toe to toe. You know, like I'll say this, right? City had chances in the first leg, right, to bury Real Madrid. They just get panicked. I don't know what to say, guys. It's not me. It's you have to. The players have to take responsibility. I'm sorry, man. They just panicked right there because you're in front and goal. You're in front of goal with Thibaut Courtois, and all of a sudden they just freak off and just sky it. It's not. It's not. I don't know what to say. I think Real Madrid is winning it. Yeah.
Yeah, things were getting really hot and heavy in the area.
The power of many. The
Dude, I
power
think
of...
honestly, like, dude, as things stand, like, given the draw and everything right now, like the way the bracket came out, like the team that looks like the favorites right now is Barca. And because like look, they have the most straightforward route. Like they just have a couple of like booby traps like in there, but like it's a straightforward route. Like they're one of the most informed teams, the highest scoring team. You know, like the path matters a lot, man. Like if you get a favorable route, like that's a
I don't know
big.
if it does. I don't know if it does because the years Real Madrid has won it, they beat the
Mhm.
best teams. They
Yeah,
beat the best teams. So
but that brings me to my second favorite, man. I think Liverpool as of right now are like the second favorites dude, because I think Liverpool, they're like people have been saying like it's a plateau, like they've slowed down, all that stuff. But at the same time, it's like Liverpool have only lost one game, bro, in the league. Like that was actually the same record we had last season. We just lost one game in the league. And it's just like when you face a team like that, that's just like refusing to buckle, refusing to lose. Like it's very difficult to beat them, bro. Because like I can see like the mentality monsters thing. Like people used to clown Liverpool fans for that, but like this team actually like looks like mentality monsters, bro. Because okay, look, they're balanced, they're structured, they're not exciting to watch, but they know what they're doing, and they're mentally strong and they can grind you out over two legs, man. And the thing is that right now there's no strong team, man. People are bigging up PSG. But let's be honest, it's not MSN like leading PSG's front line. It's Dembele and Kvara, bro. Like, I mean, Liverpool can nullify those guys. Like, even if Trent or Robertson have a bad game, like they can at least limit them and outscore them over two legs, bro. So I think Liverpool and Barca are like still like the best teams, man. But, like, what about you guys, man? What about Mental?
But
Like, who do you see?
I wanted to say something real quick before Montague goes.
Yeah.
I want to say I feel like you can compare Arne Slot's this season. I mean, his first season with Liverpool to Vincent Company's Bayern Munich. The reason why I'm saying
What
this,
the fuck is this?
What?
let me tell you why.
Wait,
Let me
what?
tell you why I'm saying this. Because right, Arne Slot doesn't. Arne Slot is a good manager, right? But he's not
Mhm.
any Thomas Tuchel or Carlo Ancelotti or
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp. Like this guy is
Mm.
like he's just like they have the same principles where they want to play high attacking football, suicidal football, and it ends up costing you. You understand? So I don't trust him either. Amber Rose has to be careful, man. I'll be
Amber
honest.
Rose.
He can
Amber
lose.
Rose, what?
Amber Rose.
What did he say? It's
Who's Amber Rose?
Arteta,
Who's Amber
Arteta,
Rose
Arteta,
for?
Arteta.
Oh,
You
It's
do this
Arne
call
Slot.
Amber Rose. Arne Slot, sorry, Arne Slot, yeah.
Honestly.
But who's Amber Rose though? Who's Amber Rose?
Dude,
Arne Slot.
it's Darwin Nunes, bro.
Oh, okay.
No, Arne Slot, Arne Slot.
Dude, okay, one time, like, who's your favorite, bro? Who's your favorite?
Look, so for me, like you guys discuss about the El Clasico and bullshit, right? I don't think
Hmm.
it's gonna happen, but if it happens, right, the only way we beat Barca is clinicality. Do I trust my defender? 100% I trust my defender. Even after considering 9-2 to them, I consider because Ancelotti went with something which he shouldn't be go that way. He thought it's Everton we are playing, not Barcelona. So anyways, yeah. So
No,
with
but
Barcelona,
the thing is that if it's a UCL final, dude, I can see us doing terrorism, man, because it doesn't matter, bro, at that point. Like,
and my thing is Vinicius, it's been almost a year you didn't show up against Barcelona. I think so you have to improve your game. You Vinicius and Rodrigo, they have to improve their game and like have to do something. And who's the favorites to win Champions League? In my opinion, Atleti. And the reason I'm saying is that first leg, by the way, there's no Jude Bellingham in the first leg. So
yeah,
I hope so. It's blessing in disguise. I hope so. It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
like
yeah.
nightmare.
I think it can be. Yeah,
Hmm. So yeah, Atleti for me right now is the most interesting team to win it
yeah.
because like they have the recipe to win it. It's not they don't have it. And the opposition they have beaten Barcelona. They drew Madrid easily. And they're the team like right now in La Liga who is beating the big dogs the most. And yeah, I mean, can I trust them to win it? So yeah,
Mhm.
I can. I think so for me it's Atletico
Dude,
Madrid.
what about you, Vish, man? Who's your favorite still?
Yeah, I wanted everyone to finish their sayings here
Okay,
because
okay, dude, Pablo, dude. Like, is
You're
Amber
acting like
Rose gonna win?
Cristiano Ronaldo,
no,
bro.
no, 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 but no, but I just didn't want to be interrupted, especially by
Oh,
others.
okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
Pablo. So, who is Amber Rose gonna win the Champions League?
No, I think Mia Malkova is gonna win the Champions League.
Oh my.
That's what I think.
No, so is Barca reaching the final, man? Is Barca reaching the
Should we
final?
ban
Uh,
all like people from Miami and Florida to not to come and just hang out because or just
who said I lived in Miami, Munta? Who
I
said I
mean
lived in Miami?
whatever. But like you understand, right? What I'm trying to say. So
Yeah, I mean that's up to the moderator. So if he wants to ban me, then I guess
yeah,
he can. But
please ban him. Just to be so
um,
kids are watching this show, man, and you're giving wrong.
well,
Core, man, it's your channel or my channel. Core.
Dude, give us your
but
prediction, man. Give us your prediction.
let's see. Well, I know I wasn't here earlier to say, but like to make my predictions, but I think Liverpool's beating PSG. I think Arsenal's beating PSV.
PSV.
Uh, Atleti Madrid. I have no idea. Um, hmm. Villa Bruges. Villa. Uh, Bayern. Leverkusen. Just to piss off Core, I'm gonna say Leverkusen.
No, he wants you to say that. He
Oh,
wants.
okay.
Yeah, I'm
Then
happy that we're
Say
underdogs.
Bayern, say
Actually,
Bayern, say Bayern.
I'm happy we're
okay, so
underdogs.
okay, then I'll say 8-2 Bayern, 8-2
Just
Bayern.
say, Bayern Munich are
No,
winning the
stop
Champions.
that. We're underdogs.
Bayern Munich by a decisive margin.
No. But if,
Um,
we're all being serious, how are Bayern Munich not the favorites with the best manager in the world?
no, I agree. Yeah, he's following Pep after Pep
Oh
leaves. He's gonna
Lord.
join Man City. So okay, so Bayern will win decisively, and then Inter, Feyenoord. I don't know why. I'm just gonna say Feyenoord is gonna win somehow. So then Feyenoord, Bayern for sure, Bayern.
Oh, Feyenoord against Inter Milan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say Feyenoord.
No, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, Feyenoord, Bayern easily. Bayern's gonna win. And then I
Bayern
forgot
Munich are going
Sporting.
to the final, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then winning
Sporting. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sporting. Sporting. Sporting Dortmund.
No, that already happened.
Yeah.
It's Dortmund against Lille. Lille.
Oh yeah, my bad. Dortmund, Lille. I'm just gonna say Dortmund.
By the way, I didn't realize that Dortmund is still in the competition, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Honestly, the smart pick there is Lille. Really.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dortmund because of like a hat trick by Adeyemi or something like that, but I'm just gonna say Lille.
They get so many easy draws too. I don't get it.
And then Barca Benfica. I'm not
Yeah, but
gonna
who are
comment on
Leverkusen?
that.
I thought they're known as
Yeah.
Leverkusen, so that's a pretty easy tie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then I think the semi on the left side is gonna be Liverpool. Why not? I'm just gonna say Liverpool Atleti. Not to be mean, but it's just I don't know why. And then the right side, I guess maybe no, I'm not gonna comment, but I'll just say Bayern is the other semifinalist. And then
Barca?
He's gone.
We'll see.
You don't have to talk about Bayern Munich anymore.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see from there. I don't know.
Okay, Vish, like, what's your prediction, man? What's the final gonna be?
Well, honestly, I mean, I don't know why this should seem as like a much of a surprise, but the only reason I get it, we don't want to be too positive about our team and then look stupid, but I just don't think anyone is like this is probably Real Madrid's most toughest matchup in the entire like route to the final is right now. But if they get over this hump, I don't think there's anyone that's going to stop them. Quite frankly, it's because like, how did you accidentally just like discover the next best young defender, man? This guy is playing so
actually crazy.
this kid is playing so well, man. It's actually
what's that guy's name?
Raul
Asensio.
Oh, okay. Oh, not Marcos Asensio? No, not that guy. No.
Yo, by the way, that guy's amazing in the Champions League.
It's hard for me to see anyone but Madrid winning, and you guys know this better than anybody. It's like Madrid play to the level of their opposition, so they're gonna play a really good footballing team. They'll play good football, but if they're gonna play like a very terrorist team, they'll also play terrorist football. So. That's just how it works with them.
But that's why I think this season we need to like get like hard draws, man. Like we need to like keep leveling up. Like okay, Atleti, okay, next round Arsenal, okay, then next round, okay, Liverpool, okay, next round, then we're ready for Barca. Man. Like I think right now we're not ready for Liverpool and Barca, dude. But like we need some experience against good teams first, and then we'll be ready, man. We need to tweak things.
I don't think anyone is seeing it, but the fact I think it's like. Do you guys know like NFL football, right? Where you're the highest seed and you get like a round 1 bye, right?
Mhm.
And a lot of years, that first round bye is actually a detriment to the team. Because while everyone is still match fit and like in the process of like weekly having a game, that one team took like a break and isn't used to playing that high pace like game anymore. So I feel like that's going to be a detriment to Liverpool going into this PSG tie.
Mhm.
That's why my realistic prediction is that Liverpool is going to get bounced by PSG actually.
Dude, to be honest, I'm excited to watch Liverpool's games, man. Now I'm not gonna lie because especially
That's
starting this
probably
week.
going to be one of the best ties, but the best tie will probably be Atleti though. Atleti against
Oh man,
Madrid.
bro, like I can't wait, honestly.
I have a random question to ask you guys.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most dusted final we could get?
Dude, it would have to be Aston Villa versus Lille.
Not even. What about
No, no,
Bruges?
no. If
Not
you're
not
actually being
Bruges.
serious, like any final with Atleti is gonna be bad. Like
Oh yeah, that's true.
Atleti will make games
Uh,
willing, man.
They'll score one and then just terrorism for the
Dude,
rest of the
Muntal,
game.
your ward is here, dude. So Muntal, your ward is
Your
here.
ward.
Hey, so
I'm so
why don't we
excited, man.
actually talk about like a proper contender in Champions League, like a big club like Juventus? I think
Yeah,
they'll show up this year.
yeah.
They
I think they
get
have a shot.
relaxed.
I think they have a very good
Dude,
shot.
Muntal, unmute, man, unmute, bro. Your ward is here, bro.
Muntai, you
And it's like
donkey.
there's
Right? Oh wait, Christ is here. Hey, Christ, what's up, bro?
Bro, so Christ, like, what's it? Give us like since you missed pretty much the whole thing, like, give us your like lowdown, man, like about like who's gonna win? Like, okay, first of all, like, okay, tell us like a little bit about like the ties, man. Like, what do you think of the draw? Like, just like very briefly, man. You know, because like we've
okay.
already been on it
So
for a bit. Yeah.
so contrary to belief, I actually think the underdogs are gonna be either PSV or Feyenoord.
Uh-uh.
I feel
That's what I
like too
said.
much of the focus is on Atletico Madrid, which I don't really agree with, man. Because even though Atletico have shown in previous years they could fight against Madrid, they could make it tough for Madrid. They haven't been able to beat them. So I mean,
Is
Mm.
that it?
No, so like, so what are the
Is
standout
that
ties,
it?
man? Okay, PSG versus Liverpool. What do you think about that, man? Because that was like some heated topic, man. You know?
Is that it?
I mean, I have to edge it to Liverpool, man.
Mhm. No,
Give
okay,
it
so
a
like
push.
let me just go over the main points that like a lot of people
Okay, go ahead.
like a lot of like the controversial points. So okay, so like do you think Barca's making it to the final given the
Yes,
draw?
yes, they are,
Okay.
and I'll
Okay.
tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you why. The first reason is they have one of the best managers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The second reason is I think like it's a very favorable draw for them. I don't think there's a single team on that side that
Mm-hmm.
Barcelona should fear because Barcelona have a superiority complex over all those teams, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like people want it. I mean, look, honestly, I think Bayern, Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, like Inter, they're tough teams, but I think like Barca will like see them out over two legs, man. I think
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Barcelona's intensity is just way too much for those teams, man, to handle.
But Christ, I don't
Yeah,
know. Like, I mean, you're saying that way. When was the last time Champions League was so predictable?
I mean, bro, like you guys are overrating Inter, bro. I'm
Exactly.
sorry, man. Like these
No,
guys are
no,
not
no, no,
that
no, no.
good,
I'm not
bro.
just saying
Like,
Inter. No, don't
bro,
get
they
me wrong.
lost to an average Juventus side, man.
Christ, Christ,
Like,
Christ.
what makes you think they're gonna beat Barca?
Christ, my question is, I never said like Inter. I said could be anyone. Like, okay, let's say we're shitting on some team. I know the way you're looking at Inter. I'm not saying Inter, right? I'm saying when was the last time Champions League was so straightforward?
So straightforward. Exactly. Like I refuse to believe it's that obvious. It's never this obvious.
Never been, but World Cup, I'll give World Cup Euros as me straightforward. Yes, okay, if the team gets like, easier pool, easier side, yeah, we can see it. But I can understand because it's like, once every 4 year, right? So the team with the best chemistry and the best form goes through it, right? But in Champions League, it's always two legs. Okay, first leg, if you messed up, no problem. You have second leg too. You know what I mean?
Of
So
course.
it's inter as Anish used initially the one word marathon. So I'll say it's like cup competition marathon. You see, it's cup competition marathon, bro. It's not like typical cup competition, but it's not typical league. You know what I mean? So it's a mixture of both, bro. Because like how if Barca wants to go through, they have to win how many games now? Round 16 two, quarterfinal two, semifinal two, pretty much 6 games. Home away, home away, home away. So I'm just saying, and same goes for Madrid. Same goes for Madrid. That's why I said, like, I don't. Madrid is not fully reliable to Grealish. 100% they're not. They're not because the toughest, as Vishwa said, is Atleti. And Atleti, this is your chance. This is your golden chance. Come on, this is your golden chance.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Bro, how many
PSG beats
golden
Liverpool.
chances have they had, bro?
Hmm?
How many golden chances have they had, bro? Like, come on.
No, but they cannot beat that Madrid side. That Madrid side on paper was way superior than them. Way superior than them. Not this one. This one is not like way superior. I'm sorry to say that.
Okay, well, I didn't get to see any of you guys' predictions, so what do you guys think are like?
No, we said it. We said it. Like we want your prediction. Who will win and who will be the finalists?
No, I
You
haven't
know?
heard yours. Like, that's the thing. I haven't heard anybody.
Go back and listen to the thing you bro on YouTube, bro.
Okay, can you
It's
send
not
me
that
the link?
important. We're just waiting for you to finish. So
No, I want to see it, man.
no, but we're waiting to end it. So we're waiting on you to finish.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a El Clasico final, and I think Barcelona is gonna win, man. That's what I think's
Uh-uh.
gonna happen.
Nice.
Again, like
That's what
I
I
don't
think.
know how it could be this straightforward. If everyone thinks it's gonna be El Clasico, it's bound to not happen.
This and you know what? Like that's why I said like Vishwa. People are so reactionary in football, bro. So reactionary in football, bro.
And by the way,
So
but no, I wanted to go to Voss's point real quick. Is Voss still here?
yeah, I
He's
guess so.
probably muted
Yeah,
or
he walked
something,
away
but
for a second. No. Go ahead. Sorry, you were saying.
well, who?
No, Montal was saying like,
Oh, yeah. No, I'm saying that, like, how can people be so reactionary in football? Like,
yeah.
whenever we've been, bro, people say, oh, Liverpool's gonna win Champions League. Look what happened now. Oh, there's a plateau. People saying PSG gonna win
Well, who
Champions
do
League
you think
because
is
it's
gonna
so.
win the Champions League, bro? Tell me.
For me, Atleti.
Atleti? Okay. I mean,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, they could beat you guys, but I still don't think they'll
No,
win
no,
because
no, no, no,
PSG.
no. If you're being reactionary with Barcelona, why not you be reactionary with Atleti? They
No,
have
the
beaten
thing
all the
is,
big
bro,
teams.
I've been rating Barcelona since like the beginning, bro. Before anybody's been jumping on the
No, no,
wagon.
no, no. Hold on. But if I'm being reactionary much and like one of the people right in football, right? Atletico should be the highest one because they have beaten Barca, they have beaten all the big teams. They drew very easily with Madrid, 2 games, home
Yeah,
and
but bro,
away.
Atleti's
Come
like
on.
they're always good against big teams, but you can't trust them against the teams they're supposed to beat, bro.
Yeah, so they are
Every
playing
time.
big team, right? They're playing big team, right?
No, but that's what I'm saying with Tal. Like, even if they eliminate you guys, they're just gonna go lose to some bum team that they're supposed to beat, man. Like these guys do
well,
this so
there
many
are no
times.
bum teams remaining on that side.
Well,
Is the
not
point he's trying to make?
not bum teams.
Arsenal
I'm
is
sorry.
Arsenal is bum team. I mean,
Look, that's
under Arteta.
disrespectful to say bum team, but like against teams they're supposed to beat when they're favorites, they always like
No, they're actually
collapse, man.
not supposed to beat anyone on that side of the bracket.
Yep.
Actually, there's a couple teams actually.
Like who?
Who?
Oh, by the way,
PSV?
guys, I think Bruges is gonna beat Aston Villa, man. That's one of my underdogs.
Yeah, even I said that Brugge can beat Aston Villa. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yo, Voss, you're back, right? I just wanted to counter off a point you made, right? You said
Yeah,
the two favorites right now in your eyes are Barcelona and Liverpool, right?
yeah, right now. Yeah.
Oh,
So
and sorry to interrupt, guys. I was also gonna say like F the underdog story, bro. Like I want a proper semis and a final, man. I don't
No, but
want these
no,
little hipster
okay,
teams.
wait. Let's go to Vish because then like there's something you have to add to that as well. Yeah. Let's
no,
finish Vish.
yeah. So let me just say really quickly, right? So these like it's actually a detriment to both of those teams that they're seen as like the favorite because those two teams right there, when they have a target on their back like that, they're the most susceptible to like fail. with the target on their back right there.
Yeah.
And I really don't blame anybody for wanting to rate them like for whatever reason that they have. But whenever everyone is like, "Oh yeah, it's theirs for the taking," somehow both of these teams like their DNA is to crumble when
No, but you know what though? I'll say it's like right now it's a disadvantage for Barca, but right now it's advantage Liverpool then, man. Because if you see like the reactions right now, like from the media, from social media, everybody's saying PSG is going to upset Liverpool actually. You know, and actually PSG is going into the tie with more like Liverpool. Like people are saying they're slowing down, they're plateauing, all these things. That's why I'm saying Liverpool is going to win actually.
Reactionary,
okay,
bro.
then
This is
yeah.
the
Yeah.
problem, bro. Anish, the problem
Actually,
is that reactionary.
you guys are actually being underestimated, Bish, man. You're not being
Yeah, so
favored. Yeah.
then I would actually favor Liverpool then, to
Yeah,
go through.
exactly. No, with Barca, like that applies, man, because everybody's like saying Barca, and to be honest, man, like you can't even blame people for saying Barca, bro, because it is a very easy path, man. I'm not gonna lie, like they have a very clear path.
Yeah, but then that's when
No,
it's
no, 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 no,
easiest to
no, no,
fail.
no. Easy path in terms of quality of opposition, not in
Exactly.
terms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, but, bro, every game in Champions League matchup is different, bro. Because let's be
Is
honest,
tough,
bro.
man.
Yeah, in 2019 when Barca won against Liverpool 3-0, bro, nobody expected him to walk it, bro. Let's be honest, bro. Let's
Yeah.
be honest,
No,
bro.
and that's what I
So
actually wanted to say with Christ as well, dude. Because like
Hmm.
Christ, if you're saying that like there shouldn't be underdogs coming advancing, and it should only be the strong teams advancing, then in fact that favors Atleti, man, because they'll just be facing strong teams all the way to the final.
Oh
And they
no, of
yeah,
want
course,
that. They
of
want
course.
that. They can play their
Yeah.
best football playing the better teams. They can
yep.
play the
But
football they
if
want to
Atleti
play.
does make the final like that, then I'll respect it, man. Like that's what I want because the problem with
They
these
they did they
super
did
teams,
in the
bro.
past. They did it in
They've
2016,
already
bro.
done it, yeah, man. That's the
No,
thing.
but what
Yeah.
you wanted was El Clasico final, so you have to
Merci,
stay
man.
consistent.
Well, look, to be fair, my best friend is an Atletico fan. So like
Oh
of
my
course I want
god.
Atletico to do well.
No, be
But I'm just
objective, bro.
saying,
Be objective. I know you hate him, so you don't be
Yeah,
like,
why would I
my
hate my
dad's a Barcelona
you
fan.
said it to me. No, but be objective, right? Like Atleti, like when
Okay,
they
but
can do
why
in
aren't you guys
2017,
giving me your
16,
predictions, bro? You guys are just like
we gave
shitting
it.
on
I
me.
gave it mine. I gave it to you, right?
The only person that's not shitting on me is Andish, bro. Like you guys are just shitting on my predictions, bro.
I'm not.
Not, no, we're
Bro,
not
we're
shitting,
not, bro.
bro.
Like they're
We're
not.
saying that no. Please, man, don't take it that way. What I'm trying to say is, like, you could be more, like, I mean, like, give us
Articulate.
more insight. Yeah, just don't say, okay, it's
Okay,
Madrid Barca.
let me
Articulate
give
that.
more insight.
Yeah.
I think contrary to belief, I think PSV could beat Arsenal because I think that
Yes, I agree
Yeah,
with
PSV.
you.
yeah,
I
I
agree with
agree.
you there.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I
I
agree
agree.
with you there. Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
saying they
that's a
will,
good
but
point.
I'm saying they can because they have momentum now. Obviously, Juventus is nowhere near
absolutely.
Juventus of old, but Juventus is still like a top club in like Europe, like overall. Like most people respect Juventus, so
But
I
it's
mean, I
not about
feel like
Juventus, brother. Stick to the subject, bro, please.
no, I'm saying like I'm
He's just
saying they
using
beat
it
it.
as an example.
They beat it. Yeah, thanks, Fish.
He
They
used
beat a
always
team
Juventus
like
as the example, bro. Okay, go on.
no, they beat a team with like lots of heritage. So like I think this will like give them confidence, bro. And then another tie I want to
I
say
mean,
this
when
is
Atleti can beat, pretty much they play the same system, same formation, pretty much. Okay, the player quality might go up and down when they can beat Barcelona quarterfinal, semifinal, Pep
and
Guardiola's Bayern Munich,
to
and
analyze.
almost went to penalty shootout against Real Madrid, Cristiano's Real Madrid. So, like, you have to understand, like,
But
I honestly feel Atleti, the only way Atleti can win UCL is by beating all the big dogs and including in the final, beating the big dog and win it. That's the Madrid story. I like if you
no, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong,
but
bro.
yeah.
I would not mind an Atleti Barca final or Atleti Bayern final. I wouldn't mind at all.
Dude, how
Okay.
is why? No, but like, okay, you got it. Are you just saying throwing Bayern like just for the sake of throwing Bayern, or you actually think they're gonna?
No, but I still like I still rate Bayern.
Why?
Like
What?
Why?
because like ultimately like I know they struggled against Celtic, but I still think like Bayern like adds prestige to the competition, bro. I still think
Yeah,
like
why?
Bayern
Why
Munich,
is that? What
You by
like I
like
footballing
said,
Pablo,
reason?
because
No,
Pablo
no,
and
no,
Wilson
guys,
from
guys,
Hobby, man. Look at my
guys.
Hobby.
No, what footballing reason do you rate Bayern Munich to go through?
what footballing reason?
Yeah,
I mean, like last season was supposed to be a horrible year for Bayern, bro. And like they still made it to the semis, and like they fought hard against like Real Madrid, bro. And they took them to the like death. And also like
Well,
Bayern
a
Munich.
lot has changed since then.
I mean,
And
Bayern
Yeah, but
Munich
obviously,
is one of
who
the
was the
most
manager though? Who was the manager though?
Thomas Tuchel isn't
Thomas
there.
Tuchel, yeah. And like, even though Bayern isn't playing their best, I still think Bayern is a very like prestigious club, bro. Ultimately. Now, I'm not saying that it's the same Bayern
Well,
as like.
prestige doesn't really get you anywhere these days.
What's up?
Prestige doesn't really get you
For
anywhere.
a club like Bayern Munich, it does. That example could be used for like AC Milan, but not like Bayern Munich because like Bayern Munich hasn't like declined that much yet to the point where we could just like underestimate them.
I mean, I don't think so. Then how come they lost to Villarreal then?
And, yeah, they did. That was like I'm saying like this season, bro.
No, but this season they're even way worse
But
than
they're
like
even
even
worse
past
this
seasons.
season. See,
No,
this
they
is
are,
why
but like
I don't really want people to talk about teams they don't really watch because like I
They're
tend to watch a
they're
lot of
like Christ,
Bundesliga.
they're really bad, man. Like you can't just like they can't just like history their way out of this, bro. Because it's like
Exactly.
for us, you know, like when we had like really bad teams. I mean, look how we lost to like Ajax and those teams, man. Like when you're bad, man. Like there's nothing
well,
like
the
anything
thing
you
is,
can.
I think they're good enough to get to the semi,
No, okay,
but I
so
don't
like
think.
okay, let's say they beat like Leverkusen. Like many people said they could beat Leverkusen because like Leverkusen is like they're better tactics and everything, but they don't have good players, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, let's say like the talent is enough to like get them over the hump versus Leverkusen. Like, would they be facing like Inter presumably in the
Yeah,
quarters? Like, I don't
I
see how they beat Inter, man. I don't see how they beat Inter, bro.
I honestly think they would lose to Inter right now.
Yeah.
To be honest. But at the same time, I don't think Inter's that much better than Bayern, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
No, but let's say it's Feyenoord as well. Like let's say Feyenoord upset Inter and it's
I think
Feyenoord versus.
Feyenoord has a great. I think that Feyenoord show was great.
No, dude, like Feyenoord beat them 3-0, bro. They like Feyenoord already
I don't
beat
think
Bayern
Inter
3-0.
Milan is good
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah, I think Inter's like kind of overrated as well, bro. But I think like, dude, that's what I'm saying, man. Feyenoord can actually make the semi, man. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's a crazy shout, but yeah, it's actually doable.
Here's what I think, though. I think if Atleti actually beat Real Madrid, then I think I think the winner of that game will most likely make the final. Actually,
Yeah, that was a popular take here. I was
yeah,
also saying
but
that.
because I just don't think Arsenal have the mentality to beat either of those teams. Liverpool do, but I just Vish, you might agree with me on this. Like Arne Slot's like unproven up until this point. Like so, he's like a question mark for
I don't think
Liverpool.
Liverpool had the mentality to beat any of those teams. So.
dude,
But
you know what's
those
actually
teams are
hilarious, dude? I told Undisputed like Arne Slot like doesn't have the experience for like the latter stages, and like last time he got triggered, and this time like he himself said it, man. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, people don't want to. People don't want to talk about what's coming for Liverpool. Like they want to avoid it as long as possible. Like, but a meltdown is coming. A meltdown is inevitable.
In my opinion, don't be surprised if Liverpool beats PSG but lose to Aston Villa.
If Aston
Yeah,
Villa
I
beat
think
PSG,
bro. I told you guys before any of the
you
draws
did.
happened that Aston Villa is gonna make a run.
So
They might
Aston Villa
actually.
could be one of the teams, could be semi-finalists, or maybe Club Brugge. But
Because
I don't think
guess
the
what,
Club Brugge
guys?
can beat
That
Liverpool.
no, that club has no expectations. That's why they're gonna go in and just have fun. They're gonna go in and just be like, guys, let's just give it all. Like, what do we have to lose? They have
For
nothing to
them,
lose.
I'll tell you, PSV, Feyenoord, and Aston Villa. For them, it's like nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Literally nothing to lose.
But
And
out
Fabio,
of
what do
just
all
you
those
think?
teams, out of
enjoy it.
all the nothing to lose teams, Villa probably has the most quality, right?
Anish, what was your prediction, man?
I'll say manager. Manager is very dangerous for them.
Yeah.
Unai Emery.
Dude, I said as of right now, I'm saying it's Liverpool Barca final. As of right now.
Wow. Okay.
I don't
You
agree
know
with
what?
that.
You know what? Don't be surprised if it's going to be boring as fuck final. Yeah, Atleti versus Inter.
Oh
Oh
my God.
Ew.
God! Don't make
Okay,
me
I can
throw up.
agree with that, Letzi, but not Inter Milan.
Dude, I'll be the biggest Atletico fan
Okay,
ever.
how about this? If it's Atleti, okay, how about this? Atleti versus Leverkusen
No,
The
again.
man.
Atleti's winning that, man.
Oh my god.
That I can see more than an Inter final.
Dude, what are these like put me to sleep final predictions, bro? Like what
What?
is this, man?
That's not bad, bro.
Bro,
It's better
Atleti
than it's
Barca,
better than putting
bro.
Bayern Munich there.
Bro, what if
Prestige
Atleti
Bayern
Barca
Munich.
is gonna be lit, bro? It's gonna be
Dude, you know what,
crazy.
Mota? Atleti Barca would be very much like the 2014 final, man. If you remember that final,
Yeah,
yeah, it'll be
yeah.
it'll be like
Your
Atleti
guys'
score.
final, right?
Yeah, like Atleti
Yeah.
score an early goal, and Barca's like bombarding them, trying to equalize, for the whole game.
And then they probably will.
Yeah,
Bro,
I think I'm favoring Barca in that. I'm not gonna lie.
bro, I don't know why. I don't know why, but Atletico is giving me vibes that they have all the tools to beat Barcelona.
Exactly. Because they
They have
did.
all
You
the
guys
tools
need
to
to
beat
watch that
Barcelona.
game at Barcelona.
Bro, Barcelona, first of all, look, let's be honest,
It
right?
was
Yeah,
a game of two halves. It was a
Let
game
me
of two
Yamal
halves.
miss chances and everything. I
If
get it.
if
I get it.
if Barcelona
Yeah.
Barcelona scores 2 goals in that first half, it's a completely different game. But the
But what I
fact that
will say, guys, if we don't get two big teams in the final, then like no one's to blame but the teams, man. Like honestly,
How about Dortmund reaches final again?
Oh
bro,
my
no, man.
god, dude, please don't, man. What if
you
it's
know, see,
What if it's
the
Dortmund
thing
Real
is,
Madrid? Dude? What if it's Dortmund Real Madrid again?
Oh my god.
no. See, guys, the thing here is like I've been in this conversation in years past, and unfortunately, our dear friend Crisis said the same thing. Yet it's never as straightforward as
Our
everyone.
dear friend Christ.
Our dear friend.
Nah,
My
bro, I'm
dear
the
friend.
devil,
He
man.
said, "If I don't see big teams, I'm done with this." Yet we're here again. So.
No, but dude, like Christ is spot on when he says that. By the way,
Thank you, Anish. Like I want to see like a proper like semis and
No, but
finals,
You
this
man.
is not
want to,
NFL
but that doesn't
Christ.
mean you will.
Christ, but this is not NFL very serious. Bro, this is Champions League. This is European. This is European heritage, bro. This is like,
Bro,
it,
if those big teams don't make it, that's on them, man.
Exactly. No, that's what I was saying, bro. I said if they don't, then it's on them. But like that's ultimately like what will
but
make
why
it.
but why it's over for you then?
It's not over, bro. I'm still gonna watch it, but the thing
No,
is like
I mean in terms of like you're gonna get pissed, right? Pissed off what?
based off of just like an entertainment factor, bro. Like people want to see good games, man. Like
I mean, say whatever you want to say. That Dortmund game was still a good game
against who, man?
against Real Madrid.
Dude, but like ultimately we knew like Madrid was gonna win, bro.
No, you didn't, because if they took their chances in that first half, it's a completely different.
Dude, if my aunt had balls, she'd be a guy, bro. Like what is this?
My
If your aunt
aunt.
had balls, she'd be your uncle. But nice to know you know the same.
it is Shimel, bro.
This Shemel.
No, they played well, man. But like
Like
ultimately, we
Adeyemi
just knew they were
himself
gonna.
had 3 chances in that first half.
No, but to be honest, Christ, like I think you're just like taking Jalen's opinion and not using your own opinion, bro. For this,
Yeah,
like
No,
capitalizing.
but he's right though, man. He's right, man.
No, he might be right, but like
I don't mind taking people's opinion if it's
you need to
correct.
articulate yourself better, man. Like, what is this? Like, of course, thank you. Yeah, we want to see all the best teams. Like, great, bro.
dude,
But
I think honestly, dude, I think Jalen.
ultimately, PSG choked. PSG
Dude,
choked. Okay, is that
honestly, dude, like
Dortmund's
I
fault?
think Jalen is just butthurt that like Barca lost that game. Man, I'm not gonna lie, like dude, because I think I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm pretty impressed by Atletico's performance in that game away to Barca. Bro.
No,
Like
but
it's literally Barca away, man. It's literally Barca away.
I'm very impressed. I'm
no, but
very
Visco, I
impressed.
I agree with you in the sense that like those teams still have to go on the field and do their job. Like I agree with you on that. Like
Yeah, so you're gonna dog on Dortmund just because
No,
it was
and by the way,
PSG's
dude,
fault that they
they're
choked.
hyping PSG so much. I mean, Atleti beat them at their home too, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, they
Like they
did.
beat Barca at their home, they beat PSG at their home. Like bro, like this
No,
team.
Liverpool will get past PSG, man.
Yeah, even I think so, man. Even I think so
I
because
think
people are
they'll
overhyping
It's not
PSG.
that straightforward, but I
and no,
can
it's
see
not,
why
but
people.
like I think they'll get through, man.
No, but you know what, dude? I just think like where the second leg is like makes the big difference, man, in this tie, bro. Because if the second leg was in Paris, like I mean, I would be much more like inclined to go with PSG. But if the second leg
Yeah.
is at Anfield, I think that changes things, bro.
And then that changes a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it changes a lot.
Even
Like
like
that.
even to some extent with PSG, I mean, even they're kind of dark horse in my opinion. Like they have
Like
nothing to
not
lose.
anymore. Like people are
Yeah,
saying they're
but
avoiding them.
now if what he's saying is true, like everyone is really favoring PSG. I
Yeah,
don't know. I
no,
don't know.
people are saying like Liverpool's in trouble, like all
No,
these
no, no,
things.
no,
Like,
no. But my question is like, okay, well, there's no pressure on PSG though. What's the pressure on them?
there's a lot of pressure on them, bro.
No,
Yeah,
no, based on no. For like,
Yeah, based on what though?
based on what?
based
That's
on
what
the
I'm saying.
fact
Based
that
on
people
what?
are hyping them up, man.
No, hyping means nothing, bro. Because okay, did they sign like 200 million player? Did they this?
Like,
No, no,
do you still
nothing.
think do you still think they're like a club that's like what do you call it, like trying to achieve the Champions League, or is that like is that like in the
I
past
feel
now?
look. They have ambition, 100%. They have ambition with this team. Can they? Do they have ambition? Do they believe
But
themselves?
their
100%.
expectations are lower, I think,
Yeah,
now.
but there's no exactly. There's no expectation from PSG.
This isn't like it was a super team with all these
Yeah,
superstars. They don't really have a superstar.
yeah. They don't have anyone.
They
You can
have the
say
Musiala.
Dembele could be super. That's it, bro.
No. See, that's potential to be a super.
Yeah.
It's not an actual superstar.
my
Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah, so PSG,
Just because
I'm
just
saying,
because a guy is playing well, that
mhm,
doesn't mean
mhm.
he's like a superstar.
Yeah, no, 100%. And PSG,
Yeah,
like, there's no pressure on them. It's all on
yeah,
Liverpool, bro.
man.
It's all on Liverpool.
yeah, man.
And the flip side of the story, if they beat Liverpool somehow, I mean, they should fancy their chances.
Munta, actually,
Oh my!
bro. Actually, you are right, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you,
When I really see, bro, you are right.
thank you.
Dude,
And
like, tell him he's right about
please, and
Atletico.
don't bring Juve, yeah, in the
No,
conversation
I'm not.
again.
I was gonna say good luck to Madrid, man. I hope they make the final, man.
Good
Because
luck
like
to Inter.
ultimately,
What?
no, I said I
Madrid.
hope Madrid make the final, man.
Oh, I
Because
thought you said good luck Inter, man.
well, fuck that shit. Like,
But
Those
isn't your
bastards.
dad a Barcelona fan? Why would you want
well,
Madrid?
that's what I want the final to be, bro. Like, so.
But then
Plus,
what about your other obscure friend we've never heard of that supports Atletico Madrid? You know? Wouldn't you feel bad for him?
I would, but I still want Madrid Barca in the final.
But then what about your dad, man?
My
Your dad.
dad's a Barca fan. Like,
Yeah, man. But then what about you, man?
Yeah, man.
I'm enjoying, bro. Like, I'm watching this.
But you Juventus, man.
What's
They'll
up?
be there. They'll be there.
Dude, the one other thing I'll say, dude,
We
is
would
that
be
like
there.
every season is like kind of split into three mini seasons, man. You got like the first half of the season, you
Juve.
got the knockout stages, and then you got the final. Like I think each one of these phases, man, like it's basically like a new start, a fresh start. So I think for
Hmm.
many teams,
Yeah.
bro, the round of 16 is like really a fresh start, man. Like you kind of have to discard like what came before. You know, I know like certain teams have injuries and stuff like that, but like you kind of have to discard like this is a fresh
Well, but
start for everybody.
that's exactly why I still rate Real Madrid because like your
Yeah.
entire season has just changed, bro. Look at the way Kylian Mbappe is playing right now.
Mhm.
Unbelievable. And this, by the way, we were saying this before he even scored the hat trick.
Yeah.
Like, look at the way he's playing.
No,
Look
dude,
at the way the
like, dude,
team
for
is
us, man,
playing.
dude, that first leg is everything, bro. Like that first leg is gonna be everything, man, and that's high.
Bro, man, if that kid in defense plays like the way he's playing, I don't even think Julian has a chance, bro. That kid is playing so well, bro.
Yeah, but hopefully this terrorist Carlos starts.
No, he's gonna like he accidentally has to start him, bro. He's going to accidentally start him, bro. Like it's just like you guys just out of thin air just discovered like the next best young talent in his position.
Better call me.
I'm actually very happy for you guys, like, because not to buy a class player in that position now, right? Now you're not going to be publicly like coming out and being like, "Oh, Saliba, join us." Oh, bro, we don't need you, Saliba. We
No,
don't
no,
need
I
you.
do. I like
Silva will
wish he
take
did
it.
that with others, man, bro. Because there's this like right back called Aguado, dude. He's supposed to be really good, but this motherfucker wants to play with Lucas Vasquez there. Oh my.
Motherfucker.
That guy, bro.
It's so shit.
Dude, but I'm not gonna lie, man. When we start with Lucas Vasquez, bro, it's like starting a game with 10 men, man.
No. I found out the secret. I found out the secret, bro. Or you gotta just let Fede do whatever he wants, bro. Bro, this
Bro,
guy's so
that guy can be like
good.
the best right back in the world, man.
He is the best right back in the world, bro. He literally is, bro. He's so good, man.
Like if he actually like gets used in that role continuously, he will be, man, by the end of the season.
No. But you know what the thing is, right? You know what the thing is, like the way modern football is being played. It's like everyone in the back line is touching the ball the most time.
Yeah,
So if
that's
you're
true,
playing
man.
in the
That's so
back
true.
line, that's not a demotion anymore. If anything, you have the most responsibility on the team.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
if you lose possession, the team is screwed. The team is screwed if you make a mistake, you know?
Yeah, bro.
So if Fede is playing, bro, because when Fede gets to play there, he's not just playing there, he's playing everywhere. He's like, bro, he's moving
He's
all over the
playing.
place.
He's playing all over your sister, bro.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Fede looks so good, man.
He's
I'm so
playing
happy.
with your sister's booty, bro.
I'm genuinely so happy for him.
No, Valverde's a beast, man. Yeah, he's developed into a truly world-class player.
The greatest manager of all time.
Carlo, bro.
No, Valverde, bro.
Ernesto Valverde.
the real Valverde.
No, relax, bro. That guy's like a cheap clone, dude. Like this is like the real Valverde.
Especially at Anfield, Pablo.
Yeah, good times, man.
Good time.
Dude, but to be honest, man, bro, like if you want to go back to that, bro, like how was Jordi Alba crying like at halftime when there's only 1-0, bro? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
Bro,
That's what I'm saying. Look, they were completely favored to go through, especially up 3-0. But you capitulate. You just
it's all because
capitulate.
of Dembele. That's the only reason why we lost.
No, it's not.
Nah,
There's a
It's
lot
the
of
only
reasons.
reason. It's the only reason.
Yeah, maybe last season is the only reason they lost, bro. Like,
No, he's talking about that year.
Yeah, that year, yeah.
dude, you guys better not let this bum into a quarterfinal, man, bro. Like, oh my god.
No.
We will. Don't you worry, we will.
Dude.
You know what's crazy? I was on Instagram today and I saw fucking Longley edit. I don't know why I saw that and where it came from, but somebody made an edit of fucking that donkey Longley.
Hey, this has been going on for 4 hours though.
And I forgot that he plays at Aston Villa now.
No,
I mean
bro.
at Atleti, sorry. Atleti.
Like honestly, like stacked hangout, man. Stacked hangout, dude. I think I'm gonna end the stream, but like this has like been an amazing stream. Like anybody have any final thoughts? I don't want to
I think you can wrap it up.
I was just happy I was able to join you guys.
Inter Miami is gonna win the Club World Cup.
That's possible. It's possible.
I'll just say that.
Yeah. All right. Well,
We will
that's
be there.
that's it from the Time Warp podcast, and we might upload this onto our channel after I don't know, like after however long it takes to download the vid. But yeah, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
See you later, guys.
See you guys. See you guys. Take care, guys. Take care.
Take care, bro.